Oh, you don't like Thug Life?
Oh, Thug Life, and we're live. We're live with Thug Life. Good job, Katie. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of The Last Sunday Squad. I'm your Fable Master, Jack Fields, and with me, as always, we have our three sort of stay on mainstream guests. Our show actors, agents, players. There we go. And fourth, we have our magnificent guest. We'll go through each individual person. I think starting with the one of us who's had a release recently. Could we possibly start with Rachel? And would you mind talking about your book?
Yes, look at it. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it.
Calamity.
So my book Calamity is just out, as in 4 days ago. I am so excited. It's about a girl who gets trapped in the body of an arcade game villain. It's an isekai with a twist. The system is very much built into every bit of the narrative, and there's giant badgers. And really, I can't. There's nothing else I can say. If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will.
It's great, gang. Seriously, I've been listening to the audio every night before I go to sleep and when I've been going out on walks, and I would really recommend it, gang. Go ahead and buy it.
Narration is by Andrea Personal, and she fucking rocks it.
Chef's kiss. Then we must go to Brian J. Norton.
Hi. I'm Brian.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm great.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you just kind of look at things and be like, that's what time is 2 p.m. EST? It's like, oh, that's 4 minutes from now. It's like, let's go put on the computer. So
If anyone is wondering why Brian looks weird, it's because he actually has a tan. And he's never had one. He's never look at those arms. Yeah, he's never had one before. He's never had one before.
Irish Italian, I've had plenty of tans, but you just get a different one in Costa Rica. By the way, me and Chatfield went to the same place, and look at his face. How tanned and radiant does he look?
Because he's got ginger elements and thus turns white and then red and then white.
We here at the Last Sunday Squad fully in support our orange-haired companions. You are fire given flesh, rock and roll. KT, come on.
My husband has the same thing. He has ginger bits through his hair. His brother is fiery redhead, right? Like stereotypical bad-tempered redhead. But they both turn red and go straight back to white. There is no in between. There is no tan. It is simply two shades.
Everyone, KT's doing very well.
Dude, I am so fucked up. It's not even funny. I came back from the convention with the flu because, of course, I did. I think I'm the only person who got sick. And then I've had a 3-day migraine. So that's why my glasses are pink.
I really hope that Lenora's voice gets on your nerves so much. And it's just like, oh, you're my favorite sister. Be like, shut up.
Yeah, she when she has a migraine, Etienne really starts to get on with Silver. That's
I'd be okay with that as a plot twist. Also, I'm so sorry you're feeling so shit, Katie.
Oh, dude, it's okay. I'm so used to this. I've had a 22-day migraine cluster before, so 3 days.
If it helps. For us, Katie, for us who get to hang out with you, you are the opposite of a migraine. You're a tonic given form.
I'll pay you later, Jack.
Yeah, Brian does this.
There's a list being made, and you can hear that list being made as it goes along. Just Jack's now last. Okay.
And actually, we've just heard from him. Ladies and gentlemen, our marvelous guest for a second time running, Mr. Michael Chatfield. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for having me back. It's going to be fun, I think. And also, I just realized we didn't put dates to all of the releases and everything. I know you talked about all of the releases. I know that both of you have audiobooks coming out. Do you have dates yet for your audiobooks?
Me?
Rachel and Brian, you didn't actually say the dates for them. You said you've got stuff going on. You've been teasing us all. So when is it dropping?
Good
simultaneous release, baby. Everything is out. Audio, everything, because we classy.
And Brian, this is for Quest Academy Scavengers. This is to Silvers. When is your audiobook out?
Scavengers is out on the 4th of June. And book 3 is pending. If I had my shit together like Rachel, I would have a simultaneous release, but I do not, so I will not. So yeah, you get to look forward to multiple releases of like ebook here. You know, it's great. It's great.
Glorious. Well, that's the best. And okay, let's crack into things. And before we do, we'll do a tiny little recap of the last session.
For the audience's benefit, not for us. We remember everything, but just for the audience. What was that?
Goes without saying. So last session, super tight cliff notes. We said goodbye in the previous session to our guest Andrea Parsnow, who was playing as the cat Manny. However, we got a new guest, Michael Chatfield, playing the Mad Hatter himself, a force of great chaos and like oddly compelling charisma, and also no cum sa. He was fabulous. And at this point, he was introduced to the party thanks to the magic of the Blue Fairy, a little thing that scoops guest stars into this world to help the players. And the players are going up against, having completed their side quests, are going up against the goblins led by Queen Bargnot, a fearsome goblinoid monarch who, along with her greenish feral horde and her war spider Jennifer, have taken over Castle Sweets, formerly the residence of the Muffin Man. But overthrowing him, she's taken over his crossings over the river, which was called the Baker's Fork, renamed now the Green Fork in honor of Queen Bargnot and her tyranny. And the players, setting their sights on Castle Sweets, decide to do a siege. And a siege they did, unleashing a flasked salamander from the elemental plane of fire, and brought by KT's character Etienne, and she elected to leave that salamander alive while doing a little bit less damage to the enemy. Perhaps we haven't seen the last of that creature. As they headed into Castle Sweets itself, its fortifications dealt with, the players made quick progress, not investigating too many things, not wanting to be too delayed, only taking a moment to investigate the pens, where the Muffin Man had kept fairy dragons, small, cute little fey creatures, which had unfortunately been made into, with the goblins' involvement or usurpation of this castle, had been turned into target practice, placed up against little dartboards, and all but one killed. The players rescued this fairy dragon. I cannot quite recall the name that was given to this creature, but no doubt one of my players will remind me. Fred, I see.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I didn't believe you, Rachel, so when you said it, but that is okay. So Not Fred was rescued and was brought into the party and is being kept tucked away, good and safe. The players have made their way towards the keep of Castle Sweets, and now, as they part the doors, I shall tell you. Okay, yeah. Are you seeing comments behind me? Oh, hilarious. Okay. Are they ridiculous comments, Brian?
Oh no, it's just the comments about the steam behind you. There's steam coming from the window.
Yes, there is. Yeah. It's either the air diffuser in here, the aroma diffuser, or that's the boiler outside. Glorious. It's atmospheric. Don't question it. So at this point,
an aroma diffuser while you DM is the most Jack fucking thing I could think of.
No, he has to pick up Chardonnay.
Sorry, what is it? Chardonnay. I wish I had peppermint tea.
Second most Jack
thing. Darjeeling? What the hell is going on here?
Oh fuck, Darjeeling. This is the true Darjeeling Unlimited. So, my friends, as you enter this place, you'll get a chance to prepare for the battle, but let me do a tiny little bit of description for you. Entering the main keep, your senses are assailed by the most bewildering cocktail of smells and sights and sounds. The vaulted ceilings, wonderfully carved out of sticky pudding, the huge jelly windows throwing shadows of light, shades of violet and blue and flamboyant red and gorgeous yellow gold, and the candle holders and wall sconces like popcorn crackling with the fires, sending up prettily shivering shadows. The ice cream scoop-shaped hearths, and the curtains of sultry honeycomb. All of these things are offset by the goblin presence. The ceilings are draped in unsoftened leather, the jelly windows smashed so that they yawn in snaggle-toothed mouths of fractured glassiness. The candle holders toppled, snapped in two, bent, broken, the sconces twisted and scratched, the hearths stuffed with mealy vomit-stinking lichen and puffy toadish mushroom-stuffed wood. The curtains torn into tatters. This is a place once beautiful, now corrupted. You can hear goblin songs and clangs of toasts being made, and you can smell oil and fat-dripping pork roasting on a spit. A feast. Up ahead, through the antechamber doors, the queen must be throwing a feast. Ahead lies the battle. What preparations have you before the fight is on?
So am I still a horse wolf?
At this point, Silver, with the fluctuations of the Mad Hatter's energy, you're not sure if your form will remain yourself for long. Perhaps equinification will occur again soon, but you back into your silver shape and are yourself.
Yes, I would like to just talk to my little, Drake dragon buddy, be like, do not be alarmed. This is my true form.
Not Fred.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that we should probably not go in. So I kind of just turn around and look at Lenora and be like, do you want to rush in?
How did you know my battle plan, Silver? Holy shit.
No, honestly, I can tell you what it was. When I was turned into a beast, I thought like a beast, as it was just, and then I just thought, you know what? I finally understand.
Mm-hmm.
There's a primal instinct. So
yeah,
you're super intelligent now. You shouldn't be.
I am. I'm super intelligent right now. I am smarter than you right now.
That is that's not how intelligence works, but okay.
I'm
like
it is to me. I'm smarter than Geppetto right now. Okay. That's how it works.
So come up with our strategic battle plan. Oh, great, smart person leader.
So, okay, are you ready? Okay, yeah. Everyone, get your weapons, ready yourselves, and charge it. While yelling my name.
Well, I'm not yelling shit.
Okay.
Because my brain wants to explode.
Yeah, I just kind of tap Etienne on the head and I'm like, no, sis, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, okay. So I think what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just kind of like tap Lenora on the back and cast heroism and being like, I believe in you.
Oh, what are the effects of heroism?
So it's a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from this spell.
What's your
what is the ability? Yeah, exactly. What is the modifier?
So it would be 3 HP.
Fuck yeah, because I only have 25 now after the last fight.
Maybe I should cast Perception on Silver because he's acting oddly nice.
Well, perception the skill. Are you hoping to gain insight?
No, just to make sure it's really him. He's being very nice to his sister.
Oh, you're going insane. Etienne, you're going insane. The headache is taking over. None of us are real.
Oh.
See, do I sound like Silver yet?
Yeah, it's okay. My perception check has revealed that you are indeed yourself. It's fine.
Damn fucking right I am.
I think Leonore would be like actually super touched.
Yeah.
That Silver is definitely not just throwing her to the hordes,
No,
Light
it's
at the back.
literally touched.
Well,
That's how I cast the spell. I have to touch it.
Oh my god.
Mm.
And
now he's pulling dad jokes. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, I
Matt
know.
Hatter, do you have any prep you'd like to make?
So I'm still up in
Aren't
that
you in the tower?
right?
You could be if you wished. Yes, why?
Can I use cantrip Featherfall to fall on the roof of the keep? Okay, is the keep set up like a triangular roof? Is it flat roof?
Yeah, you nailed it. It's triangular roof. Okay. Also, Featherfall, first level spell.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. You
So-
wish to aim for the keep. Oh, what part?
The roof part?
Yes. So you've got what looks like a series of broken stained glass windows, although it's stained jelly. You've got and the keep actually is about a few hundred feet in diameter. So you have quite a number of options. I'll tell you what, you could head towards where it's quiet, towards the front, or towards what sounds like a great deal of activity in the main hall.
And can I see in through the front door? Do I see what they've seen as well?
I think you could, yes, I think that's clever, Michael. I think you could actually see in through one of the windows to the antechamber where the gang are currently.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna featherfall onto the roof and move to basically above. I'm gonna go move to, let's say, like window 3 left-hand side so that I can see in through the window and like towards the queen at the back.
Yes, it's difficult to see at this distance, but you would be able to see that there is a great deal of revelry. And you would be able to see that there is a figure sitting slightly apart from those others, but it would be about 150 feet away from you currently. Quite difficult to see.
Can I move up windows to see who that is and do?
Oh, you're full on feather falling down towards. Okay.
Well, no, I'd be featherfall onto the roof. Like I'm not sure how long the roof is to move and like basically do upside down head and just be like, oh yeah, okay, that's going on there, and then continue moving on.
So you've cast Featherfall on yourself. Just go ahead and roll a d20 for me, wild magic sorcerer.
11.
You're okay. No worries. As you land softly upon the rooftop, you scurry along, peeping in the windows as you go. And while you're doing that, the other players, I think, will get. I think we're kind of moving simultaneously, right, Leonora?
I actually have an idea.
Oh shoot.
Okay, it's definitely the increase. Brian is so excited. Sorry, Silver is so excited. Okay. What if someone has disguise self, could you cast it on me and I'll go in as one of the goblins we killed? We took them from the front, so is that like the south side? And I'll tell them people are attacking from the north side, so we can split them up and try to kill some of the ones inside. Bam.
Please tell me you have like performance -5.
Oh. What is performance? I have +1.
Oh yeah, let her do it. 100%. We're just like, hello, I am Goblin.
Does anyone have disguise self?
No. Great plan.
Shit.
I cast silent image.
What's that mean?
So you're looking at the players right now, Michael. Is that it?
Well, if I can,
Yes,
if that's possible.
Yes, certainly.
Because if they've entered the front door and I'm looking into the hall from the sideways, I'm just imagining a long pew like area for the front door to the antechamber to the middle side, and then there's doors into the banquet hall. It sounds
into the main hall. That's exactly right.
So if I can see that, because I don't think I've made it to the banquet hall yet. Well, we've talked about the person who's off to the side of the revelry and such.
I think you could, if you wish to, you could scurry back quite quickly and look at your friends. You could do that.
Okay, well, then yeah, we are going to cast silent image if we want to do that.
Okay, that creates a silent image of some sort of object or creature. What are you making it look like? I'm terrified.
I'm
I
excited.
just remembered that all of the goblins have an Australian accent, so there's one of us that will be able to do this convincingly. Rachel.
And I've got +3 to performance too.
Oh, pretty good.
I think we've got our
So
Aussie.
we're gonna start off with a candle bar.
Got you, like a big old stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you said there was a bunch of them that were littered all over the place first. So we have one rolling candle bar, large.
Got you.
So the definition of the spell is you can create an image of an object, creature, or some other visible phenomena that's no larger than 15-foot cube. The image appears in a spot within range and lasts for the duration. Duration is 10 minutes. It isn't purely visual. It is purely visual. It doesn't come with any other effects. But as the image change location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural for the image. For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so it appears to be walking. Physical interaction will reveal it to be an illusion because a thing passes through it.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Okay. So you have summoned
a rolling candle bar.
Got you. By candle bar, you mean candlestick, right? It's a big, huge candlestick. Okay, so it's rolling. So it's on its side, and it's rolling like the boulder in Indiana, like Indiana Jones's boulder. Okay.
It's also 15 foot big, so others could hide inside it.
That's good. Oh,
it's not that massive, but the area it covers is 15 foot.
So technically, if you were inside it, you could attempt to hide. That's clever. Also, Brian commented in our private chat, "I'm Lumiere, bitches." So, oui, c'est parfait. Ce n'est pas un grand problème pour nous, holy fuck. So, you could, if you wish to, the 3 players, you could get inside the rolling candlestick, should you wish.
I'm in that candlestick.
My head's spinning anyway. I may as well jump in.
Honest to God, no. No, honestly, I want to see this go so well or so shit.
Okay.
And I just want to be an observer for this.
I just throw the middle finger at Silver as I hop into the...
Oh, no. Like, as far as you're concerned, I'm literally be like, let's go. But I'm not fucking doing it. Like,
oh my God.
You first.
At this point, as Etienne and Leonora head into this enormous spinning, perfectly silent candlestick, as its illusory flame does a mock flicker at the end of its illusory wick, despite the fact that it would have gone out long ago. The Mad Hatter, I assume that you're going to maybe pop around and take a look at the entrance when it happens? Oh, I think Michael's muted.
Yep, I'm watching the whole thing going down.
Okay. In your minds, all of you, at this most unlikely of times, the 3 puppets hear a little memory. At this moment, before your encounter with your first really big enemy, you hear some words from your father carried from memory before you set out on this journey. Leonora, my brave protector, it is my hope for you that in the coming mornings, you will wake knowing that quite besides your fearsome strength, there is a cunning and wit that shines like the rising sun. Silver, my apt pupil, it is my hope for you that in the coming afternoons you will invent such things that fulfill not only those that you admire, but also yourself. Because how can a cup overflow with good and nurturing things before it is itself full? Etienne, you rather defy title. For what title could contain your nobility, your kindness, your wild and strange and splendid ways? My hope for you is that in the coming nights, you will sample all the fruity delights of girlhood and womanhood, while keeping your mind as wide as possible, without who you are falling out. Mad Hatter, I am not your father. I am a hallucination you have conjured inside your brain to keep you company while the other members of the party are enjoying their memories. I only sound like Geppetto, the puppet's father, because mine was the first voice you could think of. There's no point encouraging you, because it would only be self-encouragement. I could say anything at all right now, and it would be about as meaningful. Bibbly bibble, chicken soup, happy birthday, Mr. Jelly.
Fucking Tuesdays.
At this point, you open
My headache's
door.
so bad. I'm hearing voices.
Yes, all of you can take a D4 inspiration dice that you can add to any roll aside from a damage roll. Only ability checks or attack rolls or saving throws. At this point, you can all. Yes, here's what you see. Or actually, rather, first, here, as the doors come grinding open, you hear a feminine, gnarled, goblinoid voice.
Tell me again, Luggerblot, my dear subject. Tell me again how you trounced those whippersome, whimpery wooden puppets.
Oh, with pleasure, oh pustulant jewel, your majesty. Well, there we were, setting fires and stoking up really terrific trouble, when out they came, glubiously brave as you like, with a mind to slice us up and cook us into goblin gumbo. And then, well, we cooked them instead, your festiliness, chopped them into flinders and fed them to the fires. Very good, Luggerblot. You shall have honours dumped upon your schloggins and will forever be our friend. Whose? What? You said our. Yes, well, there's only but one of you, your soiled highness. The royal way, Luggerblot. Shall we have to rescind your head to check your brain for problems? No, I'm a friend to how many of you there are, Queen. Excellent. Now, I shall retire from our feast and pen a message to that lovely Mr. Wolf in the city. He shall... Comes the candle. He shall... What? At this point, as you step forward into the throne hall, as desecrated as the rest of the keep which you have seen, in an instant from the depths of this illusory candle and from your vantage point at the window and from your vantage point way behind the candle, Silver, you can absorb these key details. In the middle of the room, 30 feet from you, is a large fire pit stacked with stones and filling the room with a heat that seems snatched directly from the summer outside. A giant pig hunted from the White's Wood has been shaven, lacquered in herbs, and spitted from tail to throat over the pit. Shanks of fat and meat hang off its crackling skin in oily, dripping flaps. On your right is an immense cabinet with ink prints and paintings, each one showing the muffin man with his favorite creations, like the gingerbread man, or the slightly alarmed lemon tart lady, or the mild-mannered yet prone to spontaneous combustion chocolate eclair. All of these lovely memories are graffitied in filthy, lewd degeneracy by the goblins. On your left are 3 little chests of drawers, once crammed with sketches for the muffin man's inventions, silverware, napkins, plates, and pans. They've had their contents emptied higgledy-piggledy onto the floor. Immediately ahead of you then, you can see these 2 tables, all of them packed with goblin lackeys close to the door you've entered through, and the more powerful goblins about 40 feet away at the end of the tables. Close to the throne, and they're all seated close to the throne. Speaking of, the table's end, there are 5 small carpeted steps and a throne carved from treacle. a kind of a brownish orange color. In it sits a wretchedly thin goblin. Her garb is purple, cinched in a belt of human fingernails. Her thick lobed ears pierced with incisors, plaqued with glittering pink amethysts. Her eyelids are warty, the irises yellow lamps, bright with suspicion. She has, after all, seen an illusory candle come into the room, and she thinks it's real. Her hair is a mouse nest, all white tangles, knots, and crawling lice. Atop her head is a crown forged from spatulas, tin biscuit cutters, iron rolling pins, and steel kitchen knives. She stares at you as you enter. Players, I had a little bit extra in reaction to the party potentially entering the room. The party has not entered the room. An illusory candle has. So I'm going to leave that aside for now and see what you'd like to do. You have the element of surprise should you wish to seize it in terms of ambush, different kinds of attacks. So I'm going to go player to player and we can kind of collaborate on a plan as to what's going to happen next. But yeah, maybe let's start with the two inside of the actual candle, the candlestick. Let's start with Leonora and Etienne. What are you guys doing?
As I walk in and I see everyone, I think, why the fuck did he make us a candle? Why candle? Why didn't he make us like Jennifer the Spider, Jenny from the Block or something? So that's my first thought. Second thought is, how many are there? So we got Big Queen Lady.
I can give you a number if you'd like.
Yeah, how many gobby boys are we looking at?
2 big goblins with huge axes on their backs.
I can do 2.
There's a bunch of it looks like about 7 of the sniper ones who are the really, really good archers. And then it looks like there's 4 of them that seem to be holding staffs who emit a sort of a brackish dark smoke from their heads. And aside from that, there are too many goblin lackeys to count.
Oh shit.
Well, my first thought is, what the fuck did I do getting into this fucking candle? Because I'm a long-range glass cannon type person, and this is a really fucking bad idea. So I hope Lenora is just going to protect me like she always does, because my head is pounding, and all I want to do is blow these fuckers up, but there are lots of them, and it's probably very unwise right now.
Okay, can you, like, Leonora is trying to communicate to the Mad Chatter to maybe push us closer to like Queen.
So he actually can't see you until you signal somehow, perhaps raising a hand out of the illusion and waggling your fingers.
No, because if they see me,
but she's got high intelligence now, so she's like trying to like project her thoughts onto him.
Does she?
Smarter than you, Silver. Let me have this.
So you have heroism, so maybe be a hero.
Maybe fuck off. Anyway, so if there is, my comebacks are killer today, guys. Can you tell? I just kind of see if the Mad Hatter moves it a little bit. I'm just kind of waiting because I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do.
I suppose in that case we must cut to the Mad Hatter and see what's happening with this illusory candle and himself.
So I'm going to reorientate, so I'm looking through windows into the banquet hall.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to move the candles. The candlestick is still rolling.
Okay.
Maybe.
So it's
working. Don't mess with it.
It's about 5 feet from the nearest, from the 2 tables now.
Shrink it and then just roll between. He'd be like, ugh.
This is just such a bad idea. I should have stayed with Silver.
You're in the middle of it. I am loving this so much. You stupid, stupid people.
Can I roll it under the table? Then
there are indeed legs and of the wooden variety and the goblin variety there.
Do you know how tall I am?
Crouch. But
would you like to shrink it so that it looks like it's rolling under the tables?
Well, it's just like a normal candlestick size. So because it's a 15 square or 15 foot area, but I've just got like the
I
candlestick in the
hate
middle.
to
It's the
tell
thing
you
that's
this,
low.
but that's not a normal candlestick size.
No, so we've got a very big candlestick to the point where it's able to conceal Leonora and Etienne at the moment. But should you wish, you could shrink it into a thinner one so that they have to maybe hunch or perhaps army waddle.
So can I just ask, what are the surprise mechanics for this? As in, like, so you said like this is a moment of surprise.
It's an excellent question, Brian. Fabulously asked. So surprise works like this in D&D. If you guys launch out and attack the goblins from this point, because nothing says surprise like an unexpected giant candlestick, you would gain advantage on all of your attacks, and you would have an additional round of combat against your enemy that your enemy does not participate in. So surprise is very powerful. Some of that element of surprise has been compromised by the fact that indeed, well, no, it hasn't really, because who expects people to emerge from a giant illusory candlestick? Surprise stands.
But doesn't
Mhm.
are the goblins that stupid that they're just going, oh, oi, there's a fucking rolling
Imagine it's the
candlestick.
middle of summer. You've just been told that your goblins have destroyed part of the village of Calmy and slain some of your greatest adversaries, the wooden puppets. You're having a feast, and then the doors open and a massive candlestick rolls in. You're surprised.
No one expects the wooden puppets in.
It's like the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly.
You're in fire, you know? Who would do that with wooden puppets? Anyway, I'm going to roll them towards the archers, and then...
The archers are in the chandelier, Michael.
Oh, for God's sakes, this is going to be a big rock. Anyway, okay, so they're up the chandelier with the mages, right?
Mages sitting at the table with the big axe-wielding pair, and the archers up in the chandelier, about 30 feet up.
Okay, I'm sending them towards the mages and the axe people.
Any attempts to shrink the candlestick itself, or are you just sending it at them?
No, we're gonna have some confusion going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's what happens first. So let's take that as the sort of the galvanic moment.
Wait, shrink it and put it under the table. So hopefully I can pick up the table. And
Rachel, Michael has made his decision. Silver. So a couple of things happen. That you see immediately. The first goblin moves too slowly and from his seat at the table and is overtaken by the illusory candle. Do you have a reaction?
Me.
Yeah, so it's you, and then I'm going to go to Leonora and Etienne for their move, and then we're just going to jump right into combat.
So the chandelier, okay, how many of them are on that chandelier?
7.
And can I, how far away is that chandelier from me?
You're a fair bit back. I would say at least 60 feet, I would say.
Okay, fantastic. Can I see the thing that's holding that chandelier to the ceiling?
Make a perception check.
Use inspiration if you have to. Do it.
So that is... Give me 1 second.
Okay.
14 plus 4. So that is 18 for my perception.
Yeah, you see it. Why?
I see it. So here's the thing. If I'm able to see it, then my charge goggles can also see it. And they can shoot 120 feet. And it's a 3d6. I get 3 of these charges. I would like to shoot fricking laser beams out of my eyes and drop those 7 fucks.
Okay. Etienne and Leonora, while he is rolling his damage, Brian, you just hit automatically. Go ahead and roll damage. What do you do?
Because it's surprise.
I think the chandelier is surprised. Etienne and Leonora, what you see is it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. And you've both been kind of peering furtively out, just exposing maybe a single eye to see what you've seen ahead of you. But as you pop in, you have a moment, and then 2 little goblin lackeys are inside this thing with you.
Okay, so isn't it going to like barrel over them and then they're going to be back out of it?
Not
They
unless
will,
we kill
exactly,
them
because
first.
it has no physical interaction. So if you do keep going, they will just vanish outside of it.
And how aware are these goblin lackeys? Are they like, do they have intelligence or do they have negative intelligence?
Yeah, absolutely, they're intelligent.
Okay, so maybe I'll leave this to Lenora.
Leonora smash.
I see. Okay,
But
let's.
can she smash
we
quick
don't need to
enough?
roll
See,
initiative.
I'm worried about
Yeah.
this.
So I have rolled 14, so it's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That hits, excellent. And then where the fuck is my D12? Oh, they also have to do a poison check. Because I've got the
These
fungal
are
armor
minions,
on.
Rachel. So once you hit, you actually kill them instantly. So
4. Okay, here we go.
let's actually just take it that
11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 14 points of damage.
it's good, yeah. So they technically have 1 hit point. So I'll let you kill them both. So as you, how do you kill them both in one strike?
I think she would live out her smashing dream, and she'd grab one in each hand and just go smash.
Mad Hatter, what you see as you send it forward is 2 goblins disappear. You hear a mildly baffled goblinoid noise emerge from 2 goblin throats, a crunch, then nothing, and the candlestick moves on. We're in combat.
Dude, we have just kept up the illusion that this rolling candlestick obliterated these fucking little goblins. Because they still can't see us in the candlestick.
Yes, exactly.
So they're still outside of the candlestick. They still have no idea we're here. And I'm just like, Lenora, you're fucking my hero. You're fucking awesome. I love you.
So I'll take that as a kind of a surprise round in and of itself. So you guys are going to get to go. Now you get a whole other round of stuff to do.
I would argue the candlestick, the people in the candlestick still have surprise. Because they still think we're just a candlestick.
Yes. However, the enemies will still get actions. Do you see what I mean, Kitty?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I got you. No, it is still surprising. And Silver, tell me that damage.
It was 9 points of damage.
It had fucking 7 hit points. As your flame eats through the material, that little strand of thick rope, in fairness, managing to keep the whole thing aloft. First one beam comes. And then, is it 3 beams in a row, or is it just a single beam?
Sorry, it's just like, well, it's beams from my eyes, so that'll technically be 2 beams.
Yes.
So, but I get 3 charges of it. So it's the first charges went off.
Good, Silver. Silver, give me a, Brian, pick a number between, no, let's do it a 50% chance. So roll a d20 and pick either low or high.
I'll tell you that I'm picking high. Okay.
And roll that d20.
B stands for 20. Oh shit. Sorry. So not 20.
As we move into combat, here's the first thing that happens. Mad Hatter, you see the thing roll forward, you hear and you watch as a single beam of radiant fire wraps around, eating through the rope rapidly. It thins, snaps. All 7 of those goblin snipers atop it fall not to the floor, not to the tables, but directly into the fire pit. It is now the hero's turn. Anyone can go at any point, but we are in the midst of combat now, and the enemies will go after you.
Very quickly, just want to dab, because, I have to dab just because that's what Rachel loves to do, but she never does it to great effect.
Also, that's a good cat. Hello. On Rachel's end. So yes. Also, I need to roll to see how many goblin snipers are killed instantly. Okay.
Sorry, I would have dabbed and made that moment extra better, but there is a 14-year-old cat sitting in my lap. Oh, she's not sitting in my lap anymore. If you see me leaning down, we have a new housemate. So sorry, that's what that
My
is.
friends,
already at ground level. Sorry.
Who's going to go first? So remember, you guys have the players have initiative first before the enemy, so you guys get to go.
I'd like to go first, and I would like to send laser beams from my eyes directly at Queen Bargnot.
Okay. Does she get a saving throw, dexterity?
Give me a moment. Yes, I do believe so. Dex save. Yeah.
Okay. Queen Bargnot is going to fail. However, she's going to use her boss reaction, which is called "Take my pain," and she grabs the lackey next to her, who is pouring wine, holds the lackey in front, and they're going to take the damage. So that is just going to immediately kill the lackey, melting through them.
Cool.
And at this
then
point,
can I use my movement then to like, because I imagine that I'm kind of like at the entrance of this.
Yes.
So I would like to just maybe like kind of like slink back into like the edge. Like it's just like, pay attention to the candlestick.
Okay. As you do so, who's up next?
I think Lenora should go next.
Sure, on it. I think the illusion has been broken, so I rage immediately, and I leap
Has the
out
illusion
of.
been broken?
Well, I mean,
It's about to be when she
it's
jumps
about
out
to
and
be.
goes,
Yeah,
"Rawr!"
exactly. Fucking. So I
She's
run
breaking
out.
the illusion. Gotcha.
I
Okay.
am breaking the illusion. Yes, I'm jumping out of it, and I'm screaming my battle cry of Leonora Jenkins. And in I go.
Etienne's only defense is that illusion, by the way, and you
But
have
she's still in
selfishly
it.
decided.
She's
No.
still in it.
Okay.
I'm not. She can still hide in the big stick if she wants to.
So you scream Leonora Jenkins, and then
I scream Leonora Jenkins. I charge in, and I go for one of the big boys with the axes.
Oh, the spine cleavers. Yes,
I
please
go.
do.
Oh, yes, I go for one of them. So I did 12 to hit. I don't think that hits.
A 12 versus
Oh wait,
their
I have
AC.
advantage. I have advantage, don't I?
On the first round, technically, yes.
Okay. Oh, I did worse. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't hit.
Leonora, as you steamroll forward, you have a great axe, right? You bury it into the table next to the creature, and as it looks up at you, it brings its own axe into play. Who's up next, gang?
Me. Okay, so I'm still in the candlestick, so they can't see me, right?
Correct.
Is it still rolling?
Yes, absolutely.
Fuck. So I'm just getting closer and closer, which is just playing havoc with my nerves. But I want to. Okay, so how far away is the queen?
From you currently, 60. I think she's about 65 feet.
Well, that's bullshit. Okay, so how close are the axe dudes?
You can move, by the way. You can use your movement. You have 30
I'm
feet
not moving forward. Fuck that shit.
Yes, ma'am. The axe-wielding spine cleavers are about 30 feet away. Is that better?
Yes, I like that better. So
Okay.
I'm going to aim at the one that Lenora just missed.
Yes.
With dissonant whispers.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to try to explode his head so that he can't get an attack off on her.
Here we go. So he has a wisdom save, I believe, in his future. Okay.
Yes, wisdom.
That is a 14 on my save. Does that meet your save DC?
13. Yeah.
The spine cleaver, however, does it do half damage on a successful save?
I would have to have a look at that.
That's okay. I can bring it up for you as well, should you wish. In fact, I have it right here. Excellent. On a failed save, if failable to move far away. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage. Roll your 3d6, KT.
Okay. Oh, 17.
17 is really good. That translates as 8 damage instead, but it's still very sizable. The creature, as that registers, the dissonant whisper, Leonora could probably see this. The creature's head, as
wait a second. Sorry. Mm-hmm. And then I'm using my movement to go backwards.
You wish to go out of the...
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be in the cleaving range.
So what the goblins can see is they can hear some whispers, dark murmurings upon the air, and then they see a wooden puppet lady backing the fuck out of the candlestick. And Leonora, what you could see is, as you look into the goblin spine cleaver, you would recognize Etienne's ability. It causes huge sort of painful refractions in the brain, sort of echoing ululations of agony. And the only way this goblin spine cleaver, if that shows you how much health this thing has, it just took 8 damage. And one of its eyes just floods with blood as a vessel pops, and it touches it. A little bit of blood on the fingernail. It looks up at you, sees you as the source of its pain. Does that entertain?
Leonora. Yes.
Excellent, Etienne. And now the Mad Hatter.
Do I still have, because I'm up on the roof, am I seen or not seen?
I think you are actually currently in stealth, though any sort of attack that requires a vocal component will reveal you.
Okay, and the queen is at the other side of the tables from me, or is under the tables?
She is absolutely sitting in her throne opposite the other characters at the far end. About your distance, so you're up here at a diagonal. I think she's about currently 70 feet from you.
70 feet? Nice. And I just have to check one thing.
What you got?
Okay, we'll see how we can do this. Okay, so what is my Featherfall still active? That has 1 minute duration.
I think it's about just about active for perhaps one more round, I would say.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip into the window. We're going to put my tiny little legs against the windowsill, and I'm going to propel myself as if I'm going right for the ground. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Misty Step, and I'm going to use Distance Spell. And then using the kinetic forces of myself being launched, I am then going to appear behind the queen. So shoot down, come out from behind the queen, and backstab the crap out of her.
So what's wild is, gang, is that Michael is demonstrating some serious skill here because he's actually using movement, bonus action Misty Step, and action for the stab. That's correct, and that will work. Mr. Chatfield, I tip my hat to you. Make your attack roll.
But can he shoot frickin' laser beams from his eyes?
Can't he melt brains?
Let's ask the snipers what they think. Oh, right.
Depends on the brain is very, very true.
Yeah. What you got?
Okay, so I got a 15, and that's going to be what, dexterity, right?
That's exactly right.
So 17.
And always remember to add your proficiency, so +4. So that's 19. That will hit Bargnot. Absolutely. Yeah. So roll your damage. I believe. What kind of weapon is this, my friend?
It's the 2 daggers, the Eldritch daggers.
So it's just going to be 1 in this case because you only have the 1 action. You can't follow around for the bonus action. You use Misty Step there. But that's still going to be, I believe, 2d4 plus 2.
2, 1, 3, 5.
Excellent.
And then is there anything that you get for increased velocity?
Just style points. Yes. You do indeed. It's called my approval. So at this point, but you tell me, where are you stabbing her? In the back. Oh, right there. Okay.
Right in the meat, right for the shoulder blades. You're trying to get me in that little trap.
As Bargnot's back arches, all of you would be able to see her reaction. She pulls herself off of your blade, turns around to stare at you with her yellow gimlet gaze. And you would get a first-hand view of this, Mad Hatter. She looks down at the liquefying, melting form of her cupbearer, a goblin who raided the village and told her that he had killed the puppets. She looks at Leonora, Etienne, and the distant peeping form of Silver. And as she reaches down with her human skull goblet towards her dead fellow, she says,
"Tell me again, Luggerblood, my dear subject. Tell me again how you trounced those wooden puppets."
Scooping up his blood and brains into her wine, she looks at you, Mad Hatter, sips,
A lovely vintage, mate.
As she says this, you hear sing as the goblins draw their weapons. She gestures towards all of you.
Chop 'em to pieces, boys.
The goblins all benefit from Queen Bargnot's villain action, which is called What Are You Waiting For? Each ally within 60 feet of Queen Bargnot who can hear her can move up to their speed. So what happens is...
Also, just to interject, I realize I also have chaos tides affecting me.
True. Yes, we will...
So we can just do it afterwards of, like, it'll
me.
just be start the next action with that.
I like that a lot. Yeah, thank you, Michael.
So I like how all of Queen Barnock's reactions sound like Disney villain theme songs.
Yeah, 100%.
We should be prepared. Sorry, continue.
Oh,
so good. So the two spine cleavers form up around Leonora. The 4 living snipers each are going to dash backwards as far away as they can from you, as are the 4 curse spitters. The goblin lackeys would get into place. However, oh, Mad Hatter, I have the perfect thing for this. So I had taken a little note earlier, and thank you for reminding me of your tides of chaos. Alice's voice comes spinning through your mind like wool. And as it does so, from that wonderland of the past, you see winding from the Mad Hatter's ear a strange yarn that wraps around the goblin lackeys, and you can hear in your head, as if Alice were speaking to you, though of course she never would, not now. You hear, "This one's for you, my friend." As the goblin lackeys are all restrained for this round, none of them are going to get a turn. However, Leonora, the goblin spine cleavers against you, their great axes swinging.
Don't they have to do a poison DC check of 15? Because I'm wearing the fungal armor.
How does that work?
I don't know. You gave it to me.
Do you not know what the DC is? What they
I did. It's a 15 DC. They have to do a poison check of 15 DC.
Okay.
But I don't know, is it when it's in my vicinity or just when I attack them successfully?
That's okay. Look, I can look it up. So what's it called? Fungal armor?
Armor of fungal spores.
Fungal spores. That's fine, Rachel. No worries. Thank you for reminding me of it.
Sorry.
Here we go. No, I've got it right away. Let me just check because I want to make sure that it's fair. So it's on your turn. You can make a bonus action to emit poisonous spores.
Oh, okay. I know that now. Thank you for that.
Totally fine, my friend. So I get an 18 and a 22. Do those hit?
Oh, shit. Yeah, they do.
Okay. That is 18 points of slashing damage reduced to 9 by your rage.
Oh.
The goblin snipers are all going to aim for Etienne. That is... What's your armor class, Etienne?
4.
You're such a shithead. You're such a shithead, Silver.
Armor class is, I think it's 13. Does
13.
armor class ever go up?
Yes, when you get better armor. So you are only hit twice, thankfully, but you do take 12 points of piercing damage.
Fuck.
Lastly, the goblin curse spitters are all, I think, actually, there's 4 of them. 2 will target Leonora. 1 will target, what's the range on this? No, it's 30 feet. I can't, 60 feet. I can target Brian with 2 of them. I can target Silver. So Leonora against you. Okay. There's actually no roll yet.
I'm like 95 feet from the queen.
60.
No, I was 65 feet
ran
from
away.
the queen and I ran back 30 feet.
Yes, good point. Okay, I'll target Leonora with all 4. So Leonora, as the curse spitters, the curse spitters begin to do a sort of strange herky-jerk staccato dance, and all throughout your body, you feel some sort of
Betrayal.
breaking sense, and indeed perhaps a little twist of betrayal. And then suddenly all of the goblins snap their statches, clacking the base on the ground, and nothing happens. It is Queen Bargnot who's going to turn on the Mad Hatter and make 3 short sword attacks. Mad Hatter, what's your AC?
I don't have an AC recorded.
What sort of armor are you wearing? Leather?
Yeah, it'd be thin.
That's okay, my friend. In which case, your AC is 14, okay? I am, because your dexterity is +2. I am going to hit all 3 of my strikes. My lowest roll there was a 15, which is a +5. So you take 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I think we're all going to die.
Should have stayed in the fucking candlestick.
I swear to God.
My friends, it is your turn once more. The goblins have taken their round. Let's see what you can do.
I swear to God, not much.
Who's
Shall
gonna
I
Can you
go?
kind of give us a kind of overview of the scene of like who we have left?
100%. So you have the queen at the throne with the Mad Hatter. At the very far end of the hall, you have Silver. And between that, you have the 2 dining tables. Big, huge cabinet full of little glass printings, cutlery cabinet, and a bunch of stuff with all the cutlery emptied out on the left. And then you have the fire pit with a few smouldering goblin bodies, the broken chandelier right in the middle. You have the 2 spine cleavers opposite Leonora. You have 4 goblin snipers tucked up on either diagonal on the throne side of the room, and the curse spitters standing on either corner of the table, forming a kind of hideous square with their black vaporous smoke from their staffs, forming mist around your ankles. And also there's a giant illusory candlestick rolling up towards the throne.
So, out of these people, like, one of the skull splitters has less health, right?
One of the spine cleavers absolutely has less health, thanks to your dissonant whispers.
Okay, and I only have 1 health, so I'm pretty fucked.
Oh shit!
Didn't we get health potions or something from the town? I believe we picked up something there.
That's well remembered. Yes, I believe you do have a health potion, or at least one of you, and all of you should know that it's a bonus action to drink a health potion yourself and a full action to feed it to one of your friends. You can also feed it to them when they're unconscious, and they'll come back to full health. Oh, sorry, not to full health, but to some health.
What if you smashed it against their body?
It would become wet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to just.
I have a move.
Do you wish to go first, Leonora?
Yeah, just because I'm all good to go.
Absolutely, yeah. So at the start of your turn, the brittle bone hex cast by the curse bitters happens. So I need you to make 4 Constitution saving throws.
Mother. Yeah, sure. Is it a D20?
It is always, yes.
Perfect. Okay. 15.
That's a success.
So that's 50. No, that's 17.
Good.
Oh, that's a 1.
Okay, that's 1 fail.
That's a 19.
Nice success.
That is 14.
That's a success. Well done, Leonora. So with 1 failure, you can feel some of your bones begin to crack as the hex splits through you. You take 9 points of necrotic damage, not half.
Jesus.
Yeah, so 9 out of a potential 36. Well done,
So,
Rachel.
I have 10 points of damage because of heroism. That goes up to 13 at the start of my turn because it's plus 3. I rolled a 16 to hit that the injured bone splitter dude.
That hits.
And then I did 11, 12, 13, 14. I do 14 points of damage. But I actually do more because I'm raging and I have a blood axe. So when I'm at half health, I do more. So I actually do 18 points of damage.
Oh my god. The creature is incredibly hurt. How are you hitting it?
I think she get a fright because she would see the curse splitters doing something, but then nothing happened. Yeah. So she thinks she was fine. And then she would feel something. She's not someone who's used to feeling weak ever. So she would stumble, I think, and then that would actually only make her more angry because she doesn't know what's happened. She just understands that something is broken inside her.
Yes.
And she's kind of scared and she's panicked and she just like goes straight for the neck.
I actually think you make contact. The axe slicing into the meat of the neck, parting the clavicle in a hideous split. The creature is very, very bad off. Not dead yet, but so close. Does that end your turn?
Oh no, because I want to do in my bonus action, I want to shake my booty.
I see the and emit fungal spores.
Yes, and emit fungal spores. I want to. Leonora's going to twerk, and then that releases fungal spores.
Each creature in the area must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or have the poisoned condition. Fuck. Okay, I will make that save right now.
Silver
9 and a 5. As your fungal spores emit, the 2 goblin spine cleavers begin to hack and cough, and they are in a very bad way. They are fully poisoned. You can actually hear the retching coming up from their throats. That ends your turn?
I dabbed, so now
Fabulous. Who's up next?
Okay, so he when you say he has a little bit of health left, you mean a little bit, or are you talking like not really a little bit?
So I can tell you, the only thing I can tell you about an enemy's health is that they have the bloodied condition if they have less than half of their hit points. So all I can tell you is that he's bloodied and looking very, very bad off.
I'm going to just use a cantrip. I'm going to use Mind Sliver.
Oh.
And he needs his saving throw is intelligence 13.
Well, he's very intelligent, so it's a 4.
And it's 1d6. Oh, 4.
Etienne?
Yeah.
He is still alive.
Fuck. And I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself my fucking potion.
Oh,
because I'd like not to die
100%.
yet.
Roll 2d4 and add 2 to it, and that's the number of hit points you recover. Who's next, the Mad Hatter or Silver?
8.
Nice.
9 hit points.
So I have a question now. So just the thread that came out of the Mad Hatter's ear took care of all the lackeys around Queen Barknot.
All of the lackeys in the entire room, you would count 24 of them, are all ensnared.
So what plot armor bullshit can the Queen use if I attack her directly?
You should attack her directly.
Okay, I'd like to use my fucking... Okay, you know what? Just because I rule it cool and you can tell me this doesn't work. Okay.
No, shoot.
So I would like to use catapult. The way I visualize this is that the fire pit is in the center of the room.
Yes.
This is a celebration. Goblins like alcohol. Alcohol is very flammable. I would like to use one of the tankards that is full of alcohol, shoot it through the fire to ignite it, and attack Bargnot.
Are you willing to use your bonus action in this, Silver?
Fucking yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go for an Arcana check.
Okay.
Big smart boy.
Let's just use that inspiration.
Oh, not such a smart boy.
You know, the occult is a very difficult thing. Okay? So like 13?
My friend, as the catapult spell is trying to occur, you're trying to send this thing along. You can see some of the hideous bilious grog slopping over the edge of the tankard. And as you shake this thing, tremoring it towards the fire, more and more of the liquid is being lost. Make your attack roll, and let's see if it ignites.
Oh, performance issues, buddy. It's okay.
Aww. It's okay, Silver. We still mostly love you.
Does 17 hit?
Roll damage. And how many is catapult's normal damage?
It is 3d8. So,
That's interesting. I think you said 5, didn't you?
pardon?
I think you said 5d8, didn't you?
5d8. Yes, I did say 5d8. I think. Oh, Jesus Christ. 21.
As the tankard slips off of the edge of the table, you realize that the full pint of this incredibly flammable liquor that the goblins have been guzzling to, if not bleach their toilets, at least bleach them. You watch as this thing goes sailing over the edge of it. Your confidence restores instantaneously, my friend. You can see Queen Bargnot holding her blade out, the edge dripping with the Mad Hatter's blood, as she hears behind her something whispering out, something catching fire. She turns in time for it to catch her across the jaw, splashing her chest, igniting there. As she bats out the flames as quickly as she can, you realize her burns go deep, 3rd degree, and pustuling up with blister. Silver, take a D4 of inspiration dice for clever thinking. That's a success.
Oh, my fuck. Inspiration again. By the way, just because of the Arcana check, you're going to more than likely see the... Yeah, I was confident the whole time.
Mad Hatter, take us home.
I'm going to grab the yarn that's coming out of my ear, rip it out. You were like a daughter to us. We took you in. And put it against the back of Queen Bargnot and cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh.
Because it follows the yarn.
Oh.
I don't know if it's going to set it on fire or if it will go through the yarn, so I'm going to leave that up to someone else. And then, as that's happening, I also don't know, okay, if I use a cantrip, does it activate Chaos Tides? Because it's magic.
I think it does.
I thought it was only a spell.
I think he's a bizarre version of a sword. Yeah, he's got a bunch of weird homebrew shit.
Fuck yeah.
And also, like, how wounded is she right now?
She's not bloodied.
Okay. Also, did we take a rest before we started this action, just to check?
I believe you didn't actually.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
That is fine. I'm then going to...
That's why I used a cantrip.
Okay. I have to do one quick check.
Okay, 9 health. Where'd our health potion go?
Oh, shit.
I'll need that soon.
Michael, are you looking for a bonus action?
No, I've got... because that is just cantrip.
A cantrip is an action, though.
Okay. Oh, because I thought you could do cantrips and then do a spell.
You can, if it says bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking because I've got to find...
Tell me which spell you're looking for. I'll help.
Either sleep or color spray.
Both of those are actions.
Okay, so then that is what we're going to do. And
However,
maybe hit her with the dagger.
We have to test. The dagger can only slice if you do it as a main action as well as the bonus. But we need to see the conductivity of this dream possible daughter yarn. Okay, so I think it's a percentile chance, my friend. Let's go for a 75% chance that it is. So would you like a 5 or below or a 15 or above to be your fail state? If you roll a d20. Michael's muted.
5 and below, believe.
Yeah, 5 and below.
You got this. You want a 6 or higher? You got this.
We believe.
8.
Yes.
Okay, so to see the actual damage to Queen Bargnot, roll a d8, which is the damage of Shocking Grasp, and then I shall describe what happens next.
Nice. 6.
Nice, good. As the electricity foments from your fingers, as you say your terrific line, and by the way, take a d4 inspiration dice for that line, Michael. as the superconductivity of your hand touches Queen Bargnot, she, as the electricity lances out along the yarn itself, you watch as it splits, the initial white spark splitting into a kind of a polychromatic array of colors, as if to reflect all the different facets of your mind, your connection to Alice, all of those colors skipping between each of the different goblin lackeys, frying them in sizzling pans of electrical energy. You watch as all of the goblin lackeys fall over, smoldering husks of what they were, their bodies occasionally spasmodically jerking as they are deceased. A great turn, my friend. Does that end it? Glorious. Okay, I've got some. Does it? Are you okay at the end?
So dead. Oh, I'm just so dead.
I promise.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
So 2 spine cleavers on Leonora. That's a natural 1. One of the creatures falls over prone. And actually they both have disadvantage because they're poisoned. So I'll say that's the first one. He rolled a 1, falls over prone. I'll say that he's the one with the most health. And then here for the one who's almost dead. A 6, he would have hit you if you hadn't gotten that brilliant poison. Both creatures attempt to slice you with their axes, but Leonora, you are too fast as the fungal spores send up their little, those almost dandelion-like puffs of sporal cluster. And as they cloud up around you, the creatures, and they can't possibly get close to you. The 4 snipers, however, are going to take aim at the person harrying their queen most, and that is certainly the Mad Hatter.
Oh, I'm fine, so that's okay.
I can't.
So Hatter, that with that AC of 14, I'm going to hit you twice and crit you once. Crits doing double damage. So that is so it's a D6, so 4, 11 plus 12, so that's 23 points of piercing damage.
Hatter, no!
Are you still up?
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, the Hatter, with his terrific moment, alas, you feel things thud into your back, and blessedly no pain. Instead, darkness, as you fall unconscious. Not dead, but unconscious. The spine...
Use the health potion.
The goblin snipers let out a yawning of delight at your falling, my friend. I'm sorry. The curse spitters are going to shuffle closer and closer to your party. I think that 2 of them are going to target Etienne.
Are they only 60 feet away from me? Because I'm like 95 feet away from that.
They have 35 feet of movement, and it's a 60-foot range. So you are just within. I think you're actually right next to. You're pretty close to Silver, aren't you? At this point?
I'm just a bit. I'm a bit in front of
edge
Silver.
away. I edge away. She's a fucking walking disaster. Don't bring them here.
So Silver, sorry, are you farther than 95 feet away? You're about 110, maybe?
I'm
120. Yeah, 110, 120.
I'm 110 away from the queen. 110 away from the queen.
Yeah, I'm not able to target you. I'm not able to target you. So let's go for... they have a cool little ability here that I can use. So 2 of them are going to target Leonora with their dizzying hex. Leonora, can you make 2 wisdom saving throws for me? And Etienne, you feel something slip into the topography of your bones, but nothing happens. How'd you do, Leonora? You do good?
I got a natural 20 on one, and I got 19 on the other one.
Yes.
The dice are with me.
In both, so as the creatures whisper their hex to you, as the murmurs come in, you feel your body trying to be dragged down. They try to knock you prone and unable to stand up, but you resist. You stand firm and strong and true. Lastly, Bargnot herself. Okay. Bargnot is going to use... Yeah, I think she will do that.
Fuck.
Bargnot is going to use, on her bonus action,
Get in here!
which is she summons 1d4 goblin lackeys.
No!
So 2 goblin lackeys appear next to, I think they appear next to Leonora, and both of them will get their little attacks. Leonora, my lowest roll there is a 16.
Does not hit.
16 misses?
16 misses. My fungal armor is a DC 16.
That's so good. Sorry. Your armor class is 16?
Yeah.
So 16 hits.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
You're okay. So it's 16 and 22. You're okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage, reduced to 3.
Oh, so I'm still standing.
I got you. And then, I need to have a think about Queen Bargnot and what kind
This
of.
is Jack trying not to kill us.
I think Queen Bargnot is going to do this. She's going to move towards Leonora, and as she does, she has her sword in one hand and her goblet that she's got blood and brains in on the other.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to stab the Mad Hatter in the neck, opening his jugular vein and catching from the jet of blood in her goblet. So Mad Hatter, you suffer 2 failed death saving throws. One more, and you're dead permanently. As she catches the blood,
a lovely vintage indeed. Come here.
As she indicates you, Leonora, and she says,
get in the fucking goblet.
And slices you twice. I have never in all of my years as a DM rolled 2 natural ones. However, that has just happened, and after such a line as well. Leonora, I'm going to give you, as a reflection of 2 natural ones, I'm going to give you an attack as a reaction.
Yes!
Here. So she says, get in the goblet. What do you say?
Get in the bin.
Yeah. I was about to say get in the bin!
It's all you ever say.
Get in the bin!
Yes.
So it's 18 plus 3, so it's 21.
I mean, it hits, yes.
And then, hang on now. Oh, that's 6. That's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9,
Actually,
10,
the
11.
one we want to be hitting things. I'm happy with that. It's Leonora.
Yeah. How much damage?
I do 11 points of damage.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But that's just a reaction. I actually haven't taken my turn yet, right?
It's true, and as the goblins are finished, as Queen Bargnot slips on some of the corpses of her people directly onto Leonora's axe, indeed getting in the bin of her own self-confidence. Damn it! It is actually the team's turn now. If Michael rolls before anyone heals him and rolls lower than a 10 on just a flat d20 roll, his character's dead forever. So
can I go first and try and get to him? But then I might take an attacks of opportunity.
You would get 3 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So actually, guys, I would allow a certain amount of table talk here if you guys want to coordinate. This is very, very tense.
I would be yelling, Silver, stop being fucking useless.
But is he even going to be close enough to the Hatter to heal him?
He's very far away.
Because he's super far away because he's even more of a coward than I am, which is pretty much saying something.
Yeah, with how many confirmed kills, get fucked. So,
dude, coward and kills, it doesn't matter. You're just further away from the action.
By the way, my little wyvern friend, it's a healing dragon, right?
Alas, no, my friend. What have you guys got?
Okay.
Well, I used my potion, so I can't give it
your
to him.
potion, the team's potion. Nice try. Okay.
What you got?
Okay.
Well, I have nothing that can heal the Hatter. All I can do is damage, because that queen is a right bitch.
What is the percentage chance of it being a positive or a negative for the death saving throw?
If he needs to roll a 10 or higher.
So 50-50.
And there's no modifiers to death saving throws?
There actually aren't, no.
Okay.
I thought it had spare inspiration. I'd say it's inspired to do.
You can use inspiration on death saves generally, which is good.
Oh,
can we give him our inspiration?
Correct.
No, he has. Oh,
he has one. He has one.
He has one himself.
And I have one.
And I have one.
And I know Rachel got a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we
Can
all
we just
give
give
him
him
inspiration so he can hopefully live?
Hopefully. If he rolls a natural 1, he dies automatically.
I'm willing to take that chance.
Yes.
So,
Because we can't reach him to heal him.
by the way, if he dies, we get to use the blue fairy again. Maybe someone less crippled. What? I prefer Manny.
How
Just-
dare you?
Just
He
the
can't
psychic-
hear us.
Michael in real life take 4 points of psychic damage. But also you heal 30 points from being awesome. At this point, gang, I need you to make a move. What are you doing?
Okay.
Well,
So, my first question is, do you remember the thing I stayed up all fucking night to make to, stop the
Your
fucking
rod.
the rod?
Yeah.
Do you remember like there was going to be the big fuck off golem thing that we were supposed to be fighting?
Yes, and there's potentially been some developments there. Why?
Oh no, I was just wondering because I was like, did I miss the chance to fucking use that? Cool. Good to know that's still coming.
That's
Excellent.
what she said.
Anyway,
I wanna if Michael rolls a natural 1, well, he's fucked. But if he rolls anything else, we can all give him inspiration, and he can give himself inspiration.
True.
So at the very least, if he gets like a 6 or higher, he should be okay. So that's
Make
like
your
a
move, guys. We got to keep moving.
70-something% chance for him to live.
Roll, Michael. Do it. We'll all help
no,
you.
no,
We're
no,
gonna
no,
have
no,
Michael
no.
roll for us.
So wait. What is the sorry? Who's still left on the field?
You have Queen
Jack, I'm
Bargnot,
talking-
2 spine cleavers, 4 snipers, 4 curse spitters.
Yeah, fuck it. Like,
But if we kill Queen, aren't the rest gonna like scatter?
Who knows?
Who
who knows? You know what? I'll just like step back into view and being like, last eye charge. This will at least take care of one of the minions. If Bargnot is like, and then you can do smash the other 2.
Who are you
before-
targeting?
I'm targeting Queen Bargnot.
Okay. Is it dexterity saving throw?
So for yes, it is.
I get a 12. She's going to use her. She's going to use her second take my pain to grab the injured spine cleaver and bring it in front, so it will take the damage instead.
And take care of our spine cleaver.
Excellent. And the damage for that is 11.
11 points. The creature is vaporized.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next?
I'm gonna take the uninjured spine cleaver because I'm gonna die, but I may as well go
Yep.
out in a blaze of glory. I get plus 3 points because of heroism, so I'm back up to 13. I rolled a 17 plus my 3, that's a dirty 20. 6 points of damage.
Wow.
6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 9, 10, 11. I did 11 points of damage.
To the spine cleaver. Fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
the
I'm raging
creature
and I'm
is just
injured.
immediately hurt quite badly. As Leonora is just this whirling dervish of steel, you watch as the spine cleaver is melted next to you, facing off now against Bargnot and the spine cleaver. You deal out a tremendously meaty strike. Who's next?
Oh, I
Um,
twerk. Sorry, I twerk. So to see if Queen Bargnot gets poisoned.
I took it as a given.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, also you can't use the the ability again until the next day.
Shit. I twerk anyway.
Okay, yes. Who's next?
Okay, so I think I'm 95 feet away from the queen, which means I'm about 35 feet away from the spine cleaver dude. Is that right?
Spine cleaver is now next to the queen.
Oh, so they moved. Okay, so even if I move 30 feet, I can't reach them then.
Even if is your spell 60 feet away?
Yes.
True.
How far away are the snipers and the
The curse spitters,
curses?
you could probably get the closest ones within about 60, 70 feet.
Okay, then I'll move forward in order to cast
What you got?
on the curse, on one of the closest curse dude. I'm gonna move forward and okay, so what bonus actions, like what exactly can I use as a bonus action?
Sorry, Katie, I don't know your character sheet unless you know. I can't tell you.
Okay. Just a sec.
I got you. Michael, do you want to roll a death save while Katie's reading? I believe in you.
Okay.
If it's not a good answer, it didn't count. We'll wait until your turn.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Oh, is Michael?
We're all waiting, Chatfield. Tell us
Yeah.
how it went.
Oh, it's a 6.
No, wait.
And we're all giving him inspiration, and you can roll inspiration too. 4!
Yep. So that's enough. You succeed, and you are still stable. You're not quite dead yet. However, your magic is still going. So, Michael, I have a little table here. Would you be okay rolling a d20?
Oh wait, I'm still affected by that magic, aren't I? Am
Which
I
one?
out of range? The Tides of Chaos. So would I have another equine kind of or other?
With all of his things, all I can say is that everything is within range.
Okay.
So
We're
what'd
gonna
you get
go
on the
with special card number 5.
special card number 5? Okay. That doesn't seem fair.
To
Okay.
which side?
So Tweedledum and Tweedledon't is a particular ability that the Mad Hatter has. So my friend, I'm very annoyed about this. God damn it! You can exchange 5 hit points between any 2 creatures on the battlefield.
Take from me and give to you.
Any 2 creatures.
I'm gonna
But
take.
can't you do it from
do not take
the
from
queen?
me. Take
Try
from
to
Queen.
the
I'm
queen.
gonna take it from the queen.
So and for you, my friend, how does this look? Mad Hatter, how do you come back into the fight?
Oh,
Blood from the
Cackling
goblet.
like a
Blood from the goblet
loon?
being like,
I
mine.
reach out to her. I had the same idea. I reach out to her with my hand, and I go, "That's not for you to take. It's already sworn." And rip the blood out of her back, through her stomach, and into my neck as it seals back up. Another scar that you see upon the shirt, and just like tuck it under so you don't see the scars anymore.
I take 5 points of damage. You recover 5 hit points, and you are back in the fight. That will happen at the end of your turn, though. So I am back into the flow for me. So I have some enemies.
So I still didn't do anything.
Oh, Etienne, did you not have a turn?
No, we got Michael to roll because I was trying to figure out what to do.
My excellent friend, I apologize. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use Mind Sliver on one of the curse people.
Oh shit, yes. Does it have a save, an intelligence save?
Yeah, 13.
That's a fucking 6. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Double checking.
You got this.
Yeah. I've just got to double check what I. Damn it. Sorry.
You're okay.
Where did it go?
I was
I
so
had
thinking
stuff
I was
up.
gonna die there. So I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a close one.
I thought it was planned. I was
can't
wondering if
believe
this
you
was
rolled a
planned.
5 on that table, Michael.
Look at the cards.
Okay, yeah. Just wanted to double check what my damage was. 4.
4 points. That is going to impact the creature. It is still alive, but this might tell you something about the Goblin Curse Bitters, is that when Etienne sends the Mind Sliver out, the creature recoils hideously, and the creature is bloodied. 4 damage is more than half its hit points, the Goblin Curse Bitters. Etienne, does that end your turn?
Yeah. I don't have anything good.
Okay. At this point, Bargnot, glaring at the Mad Hatter, who has the temerity to come back into this fight.
That's it. That's it. It's all done now.
She whips out what looks like a long wand of pure gingerbread. She gives it a wave, and stampeding into the room comes a grotesquerie of baked goods, a golem creature. So it takes all of her turn, but Queen Bargnot gets to act through the flesh golem, or not the flesh golem, it just has the stats of one. It's really, really tough. Gingerbread creature. So it's going to attack, let me see.
Silver.
Yes.
Attack silver. Attack
In terms
silver.
of proximity, it has to attack Leonora.
Fuck.
That is, Leonora, that is a 14 and a 21.
Oh, the 21 hits. Yeah, the 21 hits.
Okay. So you take 22 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 11.
Okay. Okay, I am still standing.
So you all watch as have a nice day. The golem smashes you and unleashes a small bakery catchphrase as you go toppling back, smashing through the table. The queen glares at you, waving the wand in front of her.
Now, the rest of you, come all.
Okay.
I think Leonora would like get up, but
Yeah.
she'd be like, barely felt it, as there is just blood just pouring out of her nose.
Oh. Silver, what's your AC?
My AC is 12.
12, so that's 2 hits with a crit. So you take 6 plus 11, 17 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Are you up?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Was it 16? Sorry, or 17?
17. The remaining spine cleaver is going to go for Leonora. That is a 13 versus your AC.
No, I've got 2 hit points, but I live. It doesn't hit me.
Slices past you.
Hold still, blighter.
You watch as the goblin curse spitters, intent upon your downfall, if they can get it, are going to target Leonora, all 4 of them. You feel as that brittle, bone-like quality moves through you. Actually, let's say... Yeah, no, he's too far away. I have to target Leonora. So all 4 of them are going to target you. Players, as Queen Bargnot says,
Now, what are you gonna do? You come in here, you're going in here
into the goblet,
and I shall slap you all for supper.
Whose turn is it?
So I just need to say that I actually wasn't at 1 hit point. I used my AC as my hit points instead of my hit points as my hit point.
So you drank the potion.
Yeah.
So what hit point number were you on, KT?
Well, I should have had like I have 17 hit points, so it should have been 5 left. So I have 20? I have like 13 now. So.
That's okay, my friend. Don't worry. These things happen all the time, and I make mistakes a great deal as well. So don't you worry. My friends, who's going next?
So I would like to just from my little vantage point at the side of the entrance, be like my staff, and then just kind of follow it out and be like, and be like, oh, artificing is so stupid. Oh, why can't you hit things with an axe? So I would like to just be holding the staff and being like, oh, I really fucking hope this works. So, and I'm like, so we did say it would cause confusion potentially to the creature, and my hope for this confusion would be like, smush the goblins. They're the enemy.
Okay. So confusion immediately happens. Go ahead and roll a d10.
Okay. 7.
7. The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach. It's not random. Queen Bargnot is next to the creature. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
What sort of attack roll? Oh, just to hit, is it? Or...
Oh, yeah. It's a d20 plus 9.
18 plus 9.
27.
Yeah, so 27.
Okay. Queen Bargnot takes 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus!
How does it look as she takes an almost fatal blow from the golem, my friend?
It kind of looks like, well, you're just hearing my commentary over the whole thing and being like, I don't think its fist will fit in the goblet. Just as it fucking pummels down into her.
Queen Bargnot yowls at the creature.
You great stupid thing! How dare you hit me!
Whose go is it?
I'll go. First of all, question about the fire. Is there anything out of the ordinary about the fire?
Oh, yeah, it's very hot. Are you hoping for something supernatural?
Well, I wasn't sure. I was just like, is it Like, should I roll a perception check? Is there a way we could? I was just thinking about the fire because it's right there next to her.
Yes, it is. It is. Although it is not a supernatural fire, it's
Okay.
just pretty good for cooking pig.
Okay. Well, my salamander's out there somewhere. I was curious. Okay, so I'm going to walk far enough forward because I can now to hit her with dissonant mind because I've been saving it so I could get
Dissonant
close
whispers.
to her. Yeah, that one.
I got you. So it's a saving throw.
My mind is not with it. So we've combined the two of them.
She
Okay,
rolls
so
15, so she only takes half damage.
bitch. Oh wow. Okay, 16. So she takes 8.
Okay. Queen Bargnot has 5 remaining hit points. Etienne, how do you kill the first boss of this campaign with dissonant whispers? Let's make it a good one.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna hit her in the head because
hold on, let me paint the scene for you. So you've got the gingerbread golem smashing down on her. Her, as I demonstrated with that, I'm so sorry if that was too loud, by the way, guys, with the shriek that she gave off. She is absolutely in the throes of panic as for some reason someone taunting her is controlling her golem, and all of her lackeys have been charred by strange prismatic lightning that a guy summoned from his ear, a guy who stabbed her and is still alive for some reason. Also, this woman just won't die, she indicates Leonora. Queen Bargnot, who has ruled over the Green Fork for many months now, is in a position of great displeasure. You can see that her, well, to say the least, as she makes eye contact with you, Etienne, you see her lips peel back over her wretched, snaggly teeth in a snarl. She says,
"What have you got to say about it, bitch?"
well, mate, I've got a really, really bad headache, and you just made it worse. So you're
what
done.
happens to her?
Okay, so it hits her head, and her eyes start liquefying and pouring down her face, and then her brains will liquefy from the inside and start pouring out of her ears. And as that happens, the pressure's going to build, and her head's going to explode.
Like a like a popped flask of champagne. You watch as it all fizzles out. Leonora, the warm splatter of Queen Bargnot as the final thing that happens from the bubbling neck stump as she flops over is that rolling tunk next to the foot of the Mad Hatter, the Queen's goblet. You watch as her own blood and brains mix with the stew. And she is vanquished. However, you still have some enemies left to take care of. Who is going next?
I think I'm going next. So how far? I'm going to run. How far is Bergenot from me?
Oh, like really, really close. I think she was only like 15 feet from you, right? She was really close.
Like really close.
Okay. I'm going to run over to her, snatch up the wand.
Yes.
And order the golem to, and now I'll see if this will happen in this action or the next one, order it to run over to Leonora and to dive into the enemies confronting her.
The creature will actually act on the turn of the person who does it first. So go ahead and make an attack roll. You get 2 of them, and they get to add +9.
Ooh, 8 + 9, 12 + 9, so 21 and 17.
So the creature takes 44 points of damage. You watch as the goblin spine cleaver is held between the gingerbread man's like the thing, like in Fantastic Four, like hands, as the creature bends it both ways, pretzeling its spinal column. It says, "This is part of your bakery experience. Have a nice day." Does that end your turn?
I'm going to continue running behind it, using it as cover towards the goblins and move towards Leonora. I have 30 feet to go, so I do not know if I will make it all the way to her.
Okay. I think you could actually with your 30 feet. I think that's fine. Yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't think everything else is an action. And I've already, I would say that would be counting as my action through that.
No, 100%, 100%. I mean, that was awesome. Who else is left to go? I think we still have 2, don't we? We still have Silver and Leonora. Who wants to go first?
Silver did his dancing, but I don't think that counts.
No, so I now put the rod away and being like, we only need it for one fucking turn. Yeah, just spend all night making this, Silver. Fuck you. Like, it's like, so put that away. And I'd be like, so I have a decision to make, which is like, my dear, dear sister, Lenora, is down to very, very low health. And I have cure wounds. I have 1 spell slot left. But she's so far away.
Yes.
I will fucking kick you into the bin.
So I could use catapult.
Okay.
Instead.
Do you do that?
No, I use vicious mockery. So I would like to. What? It's a cantrip. No,
Okay,
no, I'm using a cantrip on one of the curse spitters.
I was.
Okay, you target presumably the injured curse spitter, and he's going to make a wisdom save. That is an 8. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a 2 psychic damage.
It is still alive. What is your mockery?
Like, we both want this to end. Just fucking die.
One of the, for a moment, the curse spitter, as it's
making it. Oh,
okay, let me. It's back in it. At this point, it is now Leonora.
I think she saw the golem coming, and she literally saw her life flash before her eyes, and then she sees this tiny gnome man running behind it with a big gingerbread stick, and she's like, oh God, like she just had a moment, and so she's up and she's like, I was never worried, everything's totally fine. Yeah. Like let's fucking go.
The golem hands the spinal column to you and says, a gift today is a friend tomorrow.
She's so happy. She like takes it.
She's just like twerking as she takes it, being like, yeah.
Spins it over her head. Like she has a great time. Okay. So I already rolled. So I rolled a 17 plus 3. So we got a dirty 20. One of the curse spitters. Now I didn't roll very good on. I only got 2. But that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I got 7.
It has exactly 7 hit points, Rachel. Nicely done. One of the curse spitters is killed. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I think she just kind of like puts her hands on her as a bonus action. She just kind of puts her hands on her knees and kind of goes, "Oh Jesus!" Just for a second.
We are not out of the woods yet, my friends. I still have 4 goblin snipers and 3 of the curse spitters.
But I just want to be like the voice of reason here.
Yes.
Wouldn't they be like, oh fuck, the queen's dead, most of our mates are dead, let's fuck off because nobody's hit us yet, and we can still run.
Actually, as a bonus action, can I roll an intimidate?
Look, I just rolled 4 attacks against KT. Let's go ahead and not do that, and instead, indeed, you may make an intimidation check.
Please, natural 1. I want to see this.
Okay. Natural fucking 20. I got a natural fucking 20. Holy shit! So that's 23. And Leonora just screams, "I'll rip your fucking spines out!"
She's coming out of her panic, just like
no. Her hands are still on her knees. She's like, in a minute, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. And something about the aspect of this enormous wooden puppet lady, kind of tired and holding a spinal column, going, "I'll get to you," is frankly a problem for these goblins. Their eyes flicker and dart to the corpse of Queen Bargnot, to the party. It was a natural 20, Rachel.
It was a natural 20.
They break. The 7 goblins.
Thank you, Nora.
As they flee, they scuttle up towards those broken, cracked, jagged windows. And as they scuttle out to melt into the late summer and into obscurity and away from you guys, I think that the golem turns to Leonora, says, I can hunt them down.
Dude, can you do that?
I am here.
Do that. Please
They
do
are
that.
still on the grounds of Castle Suites. I'll keep it safe. And it
Make
runs.
them cinnamon rolls. Make them cinnamon rolls.
Like
Oh.
runs like right through the wall, like he's the Kool-Aid man. Just like
Yeah, he does. He slams right through it, and he said, "Justice smells like time."
I love this ball of
Sounds like
VBRs.
you sound like All Might.
I love it.
I love it.
It's awesome.
As all of you achieve this magnificent victory over Queen Bargnat and over your first major enemy, a few things happen. So we can, if you'd like, do a kind of a macro pull out now, as you can loot the castle, loot your enemies, and take a little look around Castle Suites. And you can explore some more of Castle Suites, or you can head right back to the town of Calumny, where your father and Tattlemire Billybugshire, the innkeep, and her 2 cats, Noon and Midnight, are waiting. What would you
Treasure?
like to do?
Is
Stay
there
or head home?
potential loot in the castle?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Loot the shit out of everything.
Yeah, dude, I
Sorry,
want to
just-
get something for the trauma we just went through.
Before we do any of this, like I know because we're going to rest later and have our spell slots back and stuff like that, I want to literally just go straight up to Leonora and be like, "Don't worry, I got you." And literally hand on her face, just like pushing it back and being like, "Cure wounds."
Yeah. I don't even think we need to necessarily keep track of that damage. I think it just heals some of your wounds, Leonora. Feels good.
And it was a 9. So it's like, so really effective when I'm bullying you.
I think she'd be really annoyed, and usually she'd just slap him. But she also knows the only reason she survived this fight is because of the heroism he cast. So she kind of, this one time, she goes, "Thank
Yeah,
you, Silver."
There's a lot of those one times, aren't there?
And I just have to say that Etienne's currently thinking like, that little Drake is really fucking cute, but what the fucking use is it? It didn't do anything to help us.
Oh yeah, no.
At all.
If you say anything about my fucking Drake, I'll be like, why? By the way, I was back there. Why did you use a full health potion when you were still healthy?
Because I miscalculated, just like
No,
you've
she's not a
miscalculated
bitch. No,
before.
she's not a bitch. She just doesn't care about her siblings. Don't worry, don't worry.
The little fairy
No,
dragon,
the correction is I don't care about Silva. I care about Lenora.
the fairy dragon, as you two are standing apart, I imagine, are you like nose to nose bickering?
No, I wasn't big. I was just like, look, he didn't do anything. He's just cute and sitting
No, but
on
as in, are you
Silva's
guys close
shoulder.
together?
No, we're like 15 feet apart.
Okay, I think the the little fairy dragon will give your ear a little playful nip, Silver, and the creature will then look towards the goblins and shrink back. Its eyes almost rolling back in sheer dread, and you can actually sense its poor little slender frame quivering against you. You think that the creature would have been delighted to have helped you, but alas, was petrified by the ones who tortured it and its friends.
Oh,
I would like
so
to reassure the little thing that it's just
Silver.
like that it's totally fine. As in, like, look how big and strong Lenora is. As in, like, you know, isn't she great? As in, like, you know, don't worry about it. I'd be like, yeah, don't worry about that one. She hates animals. I explain all of this in like Sylvan, so she doesn't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm not sure if I've given this thing a voice yet, but I think it's a very young pseudo dragon. I think it goes, "Thank you."
Cool, we'll say that doesn't have a voice. It's fine.
Look, do. So at this point, my friends, the Mad Hatter, I think you would see a little cyclone of yellow thread pouring back into you, and I think you would hear in your mind, "You sure showed him, Dad." And what hurts most is that you know that Alice would never say that to you.
Well,
And
I will be needing this where I'm going. Toss the stick to Lenora and then move further into the castle. I'm gonna go find a few things.
Hatter takes +5 psychological damage.
What are you guys looking for? Are you guys looking for loot? Are you guys looking to look for little equipment or things like that, or little secrets and things?
I want a robe. I want like a robe that gives me better AC than I already have. So I'm like,
gotcha. Very specific. I'm not sure if I can do that, but we will be on the lookout.
hey, that's what I'm hunting for, and maybe a bit of stuff. I don't even know what my stuff does.
So because of my little friend, I'm going to go to areas that don't have goblins, as in like or corpses or anything like that might cause them fear.
Aww.
So I'm just going to look for areas maybe away from the group. If they want to loot, the goblins and stuff like that, we can reconvene later. But I just don't want to, traumatize the little guy.
Silver, one thing that wasn't explored was the little tower outside. Should you wish to explore that tower?
Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. And for the rest, any interest in looking at the keep?
I don't really want to loot the dead, bloody, bludgeoned, exploded goblins.
Yeah.
Although maybe we should check the queen's pockets. Maybe she has a key or something.
I loot the shit out of all the bodies. Hands right in there.
You have so much gold to recoup.
I loot the shit out of everything. Anything I pull a dungeon crawler, Carl. Anything not nailed down, I take.
Yeah, it's yours. Mm-hmm. So you're making an investigation check. Etienne, are you looking for more sort of, you're looking for those sort of garments and staff potential, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but I wanted to check and see if the queen had a key.
You can absolutely loot the queen, make an investigation check. Mr. Chatfield, what's the Mad Hatter?
20?
Always
Mad Hatter is going to check through for documentation, information, and he's also, just to confirm, when he was doing his exit there, he tossed Lenora the control rod for the golem.
Yes.
And he's also drinking the goblin swill as if it was water.
Yes, I mean, that makes sense.
18 plus 1, 19.
Is good. So you're looking for any sort of documentation. That's clever. And Leonora is looting the actual goblin bodies. Good. Okay, so in the search for garments. So Etienne, within Castle Suites' keep, you would be able to find several different guest chambers and little different wings occupied by Don Bartolo the Muffin Man. You would be able to find exquisite chef outfits and wonderful bakery aprons. And I think with a 19, I think you would be able to find the Don's old apron itself. It looks just like the rest, only much more scuffed and ill-used and loved. And I think this is right next to, by the way, the room where the Don, the Muffin Man, would have his office. So I think that the Mad Hatter heads by you into the office itself to take a little look for documents. As you get this apron, so KT, this is we'll just say that this is the Muffin Man's apron itself, and that at the start of each day, you can choose two of the following options. One, you gain resistance to fire damage that day, or you can take a +1 on your saving throws. So that might be Constitution, Dexterity, Strength. It just gives you a +1 on the dice roll. So both really useful for different reasons. And it's your choice at the start of each day, and that will affect the apron. This item does require attunement. So remember, each of you only has 3 attunement slots for a magic item. And magic items that require attunement will always say. So for example, I believe Rachel's axe doesn't require attunement.
No, I don't think so.
Excellent. But her armor would. So yes, excellent. That's a fine.
Can I wear the apron like a little cape around my shoulders instead?
Incredible, strange, yes. Yes is the answer. And Leonora, how'd you do on your investigation check?
So I got only 11 and I have -1 intelligence. However, I'm super smart right now.
Yes.
So do I get a +3 or 4?
Technically, it is your new bonus is the intelligent one.
What's my new bonus?
+4.
+4, exactly. So I got 15.
15 is enough. So as you loot the goblin corpses, you could take as many weapons as you wish, as many weapons as you can carry in terms of short swords, the big axes, etc. None of them, however, are anything other than mundane, alas, including the queen's short sword. But
What a proud queen.
the goblins themselves do have on them, they have 130 silver pieces.
Oh, hell yeah. And I say nothing to anyone else.
Is there any gold in the dude's office?
As the Mad Hatter himself heads into the office, you can see that it has been completely corrupted by Queen Bargnot's influence. This is where, so Bargnot had the windows all decorated with images of herself instead of the lovely stained glass jelly that was there. She had riffled open all of the different cabinets, and it looks like gnawed at and hacked at and sliced, but made no ingress upon, was a safe of what looks like hard, a kind of a glossy brown metal, perhaps brass or bronze, but bronze, they wouldn't hold up against this much attack. So it must be some sort of strange magical alloy. And the safe perhaps contains great riches. There is also quite a lot of documents that have been poorly used, but some that haven't. One in particular stands out to you, Mad Hatter. It's a letter. And the letter has been opened, and there is a broken seal, and it looks to be on its own amongst Queen Bargnot's other little makeup items, you know, hideous twists of lipstick and such. But it's there, and the seal on the letter, broken, is that of a howling wolf. So I'll go for, looking for information on my wolf wants to take the castle. Has their factions inside the city. That's interesting. Interesting, my friend. You are really psychic, Michael. You've basically predicted a lot of stuff that's in the letter. Sorry, for anyone watching, we have a little private chat, and Mr. Chatfield just demonstrating his prescience as per usual. So yes, I can tell you what's in this letter, but I was going to give it to you all to read, and I was thinking perhaps if Silver wouldn't mind reading it for us a little bit later when you reconvene. So are you okay snatching that letter for the moment, Mad Hatter?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
I want to see what's in the safe.
If you're not comfortable reading the letter.
Oh, I'll totally read it. Don't worry.
Excellent.
I can read.
Sorry, Katie. What were you saying?
Oh no, I want to see what's in the safe.
Yes. So examining it, and you're not sure.
I have no gold, guys. I have no money. I want money.
Of course. How do you intend to?
I gotta buy a potion.
It is locked.
It's locked. Okay.
If only you had an artificer with the right tools for the job.
If only he hadn't fucked off with his baby dragon and left us all behind.
So, what would you like to do, Katie?
So is it a magical lock, or is it like a lock picking lock, or is it?
You think it's both. You could mechanically try to open it with a little lockpick, or you could attempt to, if you had the spell, for example, knock, which is a particular spell, you could open it that way.
Which I do not. Hey, Hatter, are you able to open the safe?
I can give it a try.
Oh Christ! So, Mad Hatter, are you going to try to open it magically with the spell knock, or with mechanics?
Tides of Chaos.
Knock.
You could also, should you wish to, touch the safe and cast a spell using Tides of Chaos and see what happens to the safe. I would like that.
It has been yeeted all the way back to Kamini, where it has killed Geppetto.
Could I use Mage Hand inside the safe, as I do know how safes work, and twist the gears in such a way to make it unlock from the inside?
That's so clever. I think you could. It's still a sleight of hand check, though, which is based on dexterity, and I think it's just so clever. You could potentially make that work.
I think for being so clever, it should just work.
I am kind, Katie, not that kind.
So it's a
Wow.
14 with a +2 to dexterity, and then I believe it's another +2 to proficiency.
So that's 18.
Yeah.
My dude, the DC was 16. Okay. As the safe opens up, you see that Don Bartolo was able to amass in his time as Muffin Man from different benefactors a very great sum. Within this, you can see glittering before you as, I believe, remind me, gang, daytime, nighttime? I think we're...
I have no clue. I think it's
I think we
evening by now, right?
We started the assault in the morning,
Yes.
like very early in the morning. So it's probably maybe mid-morning, like afternoonish.
You're fabulous, my friend. So as the morning sun comes glinting off the coins in here, I can tell you that within the safe are 700 gold pieces, 1,440 silver pieces, and 13,000 copper pieces.
So can we like split that amongst us?
It is.
Isn't the Muffin Man dead? Because if he's dead, I don't feel bad taking the money. But if
Who
he's
knows?
just lost somewhere,
Who knows where he is?
well, now I feel bad leaving the safe there for somebody else to pillage. Should we keep the money safe for him and maybe take a finder's fee?
It's actually only kind, really, that we're being.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
You're only supposed to return wallets without cash, right?
Yeah.
So, as the three of you are doing that, Silver, you've made your way to the Licorice Tower.
I did an investigation check and it was 16 plus 5. But what I was going to say, so 21. But
My dude, I was going to ask you for an investigation check. Everyone's just playing really well today. So there is a main door in the Licorice Tower, and pushing through it with your little fairy dragon in tow, you can see a stairwell winding up and up all the way to the summit. The remains of crates can be seen on the lowest level, and the higher ones, crates inked with labels naming other towns that you recognize from your father's descriptions of this region. There's the town of Skirl, Slight, Muckrake, Backbite, Obloquy, the list goes on. With your successful investigation check, the stair of Licorice does not have the lines and spirals you might expect. They're smooth, and the walls inside the tower are just as smooth. The crates similarly have no splintered edges, smooth and worn away. From the corner of your eye, you spot some of those crates, amongst those crates, the skeletons of small field mice and large river rats. The skeletons have been picked clean.
okay. So my thought on this is like, that because I've gone with the artificer and I've gone with the, I'm going to have a steel forge, I'm still kind of like looking for the right materials and things like that, and still ideating upon it to be like, what's the best I can make, rather than rushing the choice. So I'm just kind of like probably going to like open the crates and look like that, maybe do a bit of a check around to see like, is there anything useful here?
This might tell Silver something. Those picked clean skeletons and those crates which have been splintered rounded off in their edges where you might expect broken crates to have splinters have been chewed by something, their contents as well. And I'm not talking about gnawed upon by teeth. I'm talking digested.
Oh, they're all fucking gelatinous cubes, aren't they?
Looking up, my friend, you thinking that, Silver, and hearing your father's stories of gelatinous cubes, can see that nesting inside of the tower, not a gelatinous cube, but perfectly circular so that it can move up and down the tower, eating everything as it goes, is a gelatinous circle, a gelatinous disc.
And he just heals Lenora with his last spell slot.
So, you can, however, as the thing is moving so slowly based on touch, you could, in theory, climb above it or attempt to avoid it in some other way, should you wish to get to the very top of the tower.
Yes, I will absolutely kind of like navigate and go outside and, just kind of like try and climb the tower from the outside.
make an athletics check. As Silver is doing that, back to Leonora, Etienne, and the Mad Hatter. What are you guys
Oh, we're
doing?
taking the money.
So here's the thing: 770 gold pieces. That's like about £20. Like it's heavy enough,
Yeah.
but you can carry that.
We're gonna divide it amongst us. Maybe not take the
1,440 silver pieces is very heavy. 13,000 copper pieces.
Well, we're not taking the copper pieces.
Several tons.
Yeah, we're not doing the copper pieces, but I think we could take a couple hundred silver and a couple hundred gold with us each.
Check and see if there's wagons. As in, literally, just bring it back to Kalmany.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a really
Also,
good idea.
you have a golem under your
Oh,
control.
we have a golem. Yeah, we're fine.
And
We're
you
taking it
have
all.
the control stick thing.
Yeah.
I was
Control
going to
one.
offer to turn back into a horse, but cool, Gollum, whatever.
Rawr.
Well,
But you're not with us, and we
Lene.
can't ask you nicely
I
because it
know.
requires groveling towards Silver. So we'll probably use the golem.
How do you summon the golem?
I have the stick, so I'm like, does he have a name?
Maybe
You
give
can
him a
make-
few minutes so he
We
can
could
kill
call, we
everything.
should call him Frank.
We have Frank and not Frank.
Frank and not Frank. Okay.
Okay, this is my kind of party.
I want to make sure that it's all
was
in
that?
line in terms of canon. The fairy dragon's name is not Fred. So we have Frank and not Fred.
Yeah.
This is
Who
not
named
okay.
it not Fred? No, I named it Jasper.
Yeah, he named it
That's a good
Jasper. I
name.
remember that.
Because of the color, the stone. I was
No,
like,
I think-
Jasper.
I think not Fred is better.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. I call Jasper by his name in Sylvan. And that's the only thing he understands. So you can make noises, but he won't fucking listen to you. Okay?
Fine, that is the most like 1980s D&D player thing. Well, that's interesting that you say that, but I'm talking to my fairy dragon in Sylvan, so take it easy. So pedantic, yeah, exactly. Like Beyonce, but like in a cellar eating Doritos. So at this point, Leonora, do you summon the golem?
Yeah, I summon him back and I maybe check in with him, and I'm like, oh, did you take care of all those other little gobby boys that were running around?
Certainly. My urge to please rises like fresh made loaves.
Oh, well, you keep talking like that, and something else is gonna rise. Ayo, am I right? Up top.
I am incapable of understanding innuendo. Please issue orders.
Leonora's like, this is my new best friend. I like this.
Okay,
I like
Leonora.
that, Frank.
It's
Did you-
okay. Settle
Oh,
down, sister. Settle down. You need to give him. Should we just take the safe with us? The now
Yeah,
open
I
safe
just
with
pointed-
us?
I'm like, can you pick that up, please, and carry it for me? Thank you so much.
Where would you like it brought?
Just hold it in your
For
big
now.
strong arms.
For now.
Just maybe flex a little bit for me. Thank you.
Existential questions occur to me. Is that it? That's all you'd like to do?
No, that's it. That's it. I'm just kind of looking at the golem, and I'm like,
Have we looted enough of the keep, do you think? Should we keep looking, or should we go and find out what our brother is doing?
Was that for Rachel?
That was for Rachel and the Hatter,
sorry.
and
yeah, look, let's go and have a look and be like, oh, let's see what like shit Silver's gotten himself into.
what trouble has he gotten himself into?
Come on,
Kick
come
the
on.
stairs.
I'm like, come on, Frank. Let's go. Come on, Frank.
So I got a 17 minus 1. So 16 on athletics.
16 is really good. Hatter, by the way, are you heading with the others and with Frank the Golem?
Before the golem picked up the safe, I'm just going to check for any secret compartments. And then I'm going to also check the room for any secret compartments as well. Because while the goblin, I don't think would have information here, I think that the baker might.
Sorry, what was that second part? I was thinking about your secret compartments check, which is going to be a sleight of hand check. But what was the second part?
Checking because while I don't think the goblin would have secret compartments, I think that the baker might, and it might have slipped her notice because while they are violent, they are not perceptive.
It's a very good point, my friend. You can absolutely make a little. It's either sleight of hand or it's perception. Your choice. I always feel a moment of tension before Michael rolls. I don't know why.
Tides of Chaos, that's why.
Yes, makes sense.
It's because he's really good at this.
All right, it's not gonna go well for us. It's a 2 plus everything, so that's 6 at the end of the day.
Excellent. As your mage hand pats around the inside of the safe, it does come up with a dead moth.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't
It
need
looks
that.
tasty.
It means something.
yes, there is significance here.
The Mothman.
Can I check the room as well for anything? Just because sometimes it's in the safe, sometimes it's somewhere else. Because
Well, there could be a secret passage. It's a keep. I'm assuming it's a relatively old keep too.
You could absolutely. I'll tell you what.
Should we all roll perception for that?
You with it, I think that you could make another check. Yeah, I think Etienne could roll as well. Yeah, absolutely. And it's either perception or sleight of hand.
16 plus 1, so 17 for me.
Oh, I don't help.
Okay.
Not a thing I do.
And Mad Hatter, what's your roll?
it'll be a 14.
Okay. With a 17, unfortunately, nothing is found.
Shit.
Better burn the place to the ground.
So,
Clearly, there's nothing here.
Could we have used an inspiration check?
yes.
Because Rachel has a spare one she could give me.
I could, yeah, I'll give you mine. Yeah, sure.
If you wish to, Rachel.
Yeah, roll it. Roll your 4.
He's doing that thing
can-
where there's nothing in the room.
Oh, got a 4. So that makes it 21.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you searching the room or the safe?
The room.
Yeah. There is nothing to be found.
Oh, fuck.
Told you.
Okay, so the safe is the one that had something in it. It's okay, we're
No.
taking the safe with us.
No. Oh, this is
We're
classic
taking-
him.
We're taking the safe with us anyway. So we could always find something later. If Silver looks at it.
Silver, having scaled the tower, my friend, you can see what looks like a window that the Mad Hatter had previously looked into. You can see within this room, there is a locked door leading into it. And it's a small little room with a pillar shaped like a whisk at its center. Dust covers the room, including its window of gold-stained glass that you're looking through. And as the light passes behind you through the glass, it lends the room an otherworldly peacefulness. Atop of that pillar is a humanoid skull made out of cracked gingerbread.
Don Bartold. Sorry. Oh, I'm not super smart and slinky, and I'm not like, ooh, look for traps and shit like that. I'm probably just going to be like, the gelatinous cube was probably the trap. And just be like, I'd like to go in through the window.
Absolutely. Either make a sleight of hand check or make an attack roll.
Fuck it. Sleight of hand.
You got this.
Oh, 17. 16 plus 1.
17's good. As you open the window with a click, you make your way inside. As you approach this skull, my friend, go ahead and make a history check.
11 plus 3, 14.
14 in this case is a success. Well rolled. The Muffin Man's powers are strange and well known far and wide. Silver, word reached you of 2 skulls he'd fashioned from gingerbread. One anointed his famous creation, the gingerbread man, who went on to greater deeds than his baked body could account for. The second skull was imbued with a weird and illustrious power to sap something vital from someone, yet at the same time infuse them with a bit of good luck forever.
So there's a whisk, and is it the 2 skulls or just 1 skull?
So the pillar is whisk shaped. It's
Gotcha.
just one cracked skull.
I will take the cracked skull. I'd maybe just do could I do like an Arcana check on it? Actually, fuck it. Identify. I'm a fucking artificer. Can I?
Yes.
Uh,
If you cast Identify, as your friends are making their way out of the keep itself, including the golem carrying the safe,
I'd hear that, wouldn't I? I'd
you
go
would
to the window and be like, "Do not come up the fucking stairs."
okay. You all hear that from Silver.
Wouldn't we like already be kind of in the courtyard and wondering what the fuck is he doing climbing on the outside of a building?
No, I think you would just hear that as you're coming out of the keep itself.
Oh,
having done your
okay, cool,
search,
cool.
And you would see him up in the tower, kind of looking up around towards the licorice tower, and you could see him in the window.
I think Leonora would just go, "Cool, I got money. That's fine."
Yeah.
Just like, come on
I'm
now,
like,
Frank.
I can buy health potions.
Okay.
We're all very
Not passion
concerned.
fruit though. Way.
Oh, the cruelty.
Sorry.
As
He's so mean to me.
the Identify spell takes effect, Brian, I shall tell you what this skull does. It's a one-use only item. It can never be used again. If a player character gives up an ability point, one ability point permanently, they gain a version of the luck feat, which is advantage, and you get 2 of them per day. So for each day of adventuring, you can roll 2 dice and take the higher result, which is a kind of a trade-off. So you permanently give up an ability point, affecting your character in some vital way, but the boon is great. So anyone can use that.
Amazing. Oh no, I only have 7 strength now.
Are you going to use it?
Fucking immediately.
Okay. And so instead of -1 to strength, you now have -2.
Yes.
And you immediately gain the feat to your character sheet, gingerbread luck.
How does he use it? Can you please tell me that he just takes the skull and just like smashes his own forehead against
Yeah, completely player interpretation. So Silver, how do you access the magic?
Oh,
Lick
well,
it.
one of the things is that, like, I essentially take the skull
Yes.
and, turn it around so that it's like it's facing away from me. So the cranium is just like back. And then I essentially just like, absorb it into my own head while I then just go like this in a super extra fashion and being like, lucky bitch. Oh, I'm kind of weaker now. Oops.
Yeah, a few gingerbread crumbs scatter from your fingertips as you.
I think it is gingerbread crumb.
You put your hand on the pillar to steady yourself, and you feel a little bit weak indeed, but fortified in some tangible way. And also just like very, very sinus heavy with gingerbread right now. Like it's quite overwhelming.
What was the name of it again? It's gingerbread. What was the
gingerbread?
My friends, you have looted the keep. However, are you heading towards the gates back home to Callanley? As you do so, Frank turns around and lets the safe down and turns around to you and says, "I cannot exit the bounds of the keep."
So he needs to put the safe back where it was after we've got like most of the gold and silver out of it.
I see.
No, I'm talking to my sister, not you, Frank.
Oh, well, sometimes even a golem is like a souffle, delicate.
Okay.
We love you, Frank.
Frank, you big hottie. Can you go get us a wagon? Please and thank you. And Silver, can you turn back into a horse?
No, I think I'm sorry. I'm no longer strong for reasons. So I'm afraid that I won't be able to do that anymore for reasons. But you're strong.
I am. I could probably pull the wagon. Can I ask Frank to go get the wagon? Yeah.
I think that Silver, you would know as an artificer that you could attempt to modify his control rod to give him a bigger perimeter, should you wish.
I could totally do that.
Well, couldn't you use the confusion rod to actually confuse what his territory is?
And gain another use for your confusion rod. That's really clever. You could do that. Yeah, I'd give you advantage on the check based on that suggestion from the hunter.
But you're assuming that Silver, out of the goodness of his heart, wants to help.
Oh no, that's totally fine. Yeah.
Oh really? Money. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just like, but sorry, like it's Silver. What do you think is going to happen here? You'd be like, Guys, I stayed up all night making that rod. I'm pretty exhausted, and you made me like climb that tower by myself because I was looking after my fairy dragon. Like, this is like, unless I get a bigger cut,
No.
I don't know that I could possibly do this.
I can give you a bigger fucking cut, Silver. Not a problem.
Yeah, well,
Not
I
of the
suppose-
money though.
Yeah, well, as long as you guys are happy to give up a bit of a share to give to Geppetto.
Oh, obviously, that goes
Of
without
course
saying.
he's getting
Yeah,
some.
yeah, but it goes without saying, but say it, Etienne. Say it, that it's going to happen.
I'm going to take better care of my dad than you will.
That
any
wasn't the
day.
question.
Okay.
Thought so.
Do-
Anyway,
play-
I'll be like,
play
I'm
with
doing
your
this for Dad.
odds
I'm the
over.
best son. So
Yeah.
I would like to do the checks now.
You can absolutely do so. So it's an Arcana check.
Yeah,
Brian, just to let you know, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I was in like, by the way, if I fail this, it's because I'm exhausted and you're working me to the bone. Okay?
So you have advantage. Just so you know, the number you need to beat here is 21.
Well, it's not going to be the first one. Or the second
Does
one.
anyone have any luck they can give him?
Now, here's the thing. That thing that I just unlocked, you know the way you were going to give me advantage on it? Does that mean I could do 4 dice instead of 2?
Not traditionally how advantage works, my friend. I'm sorry.
Not
And Michael and
traditionally, but in
Brian-
these extenuous circumstances.
Michael and Brian both have an inspiration dice left. Just
Wouldn't help.
Oh, it was
really
that bad?
that bad.
Oh god, yeah. Like the first
Brian,
one was like
if you
5.
we can do this. We can do this, but there's a change. If it's that you can have triple and quadruple advantage with this boon, which is cool for me, you got to lose another ability point.
I will
Actually, could I counterpose?
Shoot.
Can I cast sleep on him and then wake him up and it's like he's had a full night of sleep?
That's awesome.
And thus it gives him because he's come back, he's now refreshed of mind because he's been, he's trying it, just like, oh no. And it's like, it's okay, lad, and touch him and he just goes.
It is ingenious. Alas, if I did make that a go, all the players would take sleep and benefit from long rests each time. Alas, sleep does not give you a long rest, my friend. It would break
all it would
the
do
game.
would just break my fucking excuse of being exhausted.
Fair.
Which doesn't help me at all because that's what it is, an excuse.
Okay.
But I'd totally take the other penalty of taking, I would go down to ridiculous low strength.
You can't take it from strength.
Then I will absolutely become much less wise.
I got to wisdom.
Really?
Okay, wait. Wisdom, perception, perception.
It's
I-
tough,
I
right?
think
Also-
him losing another point is like super, super, super expensive.
But the boon would be very good. Quadruple advantage on a single roll. Holy crap.
You know what? Fuck you, dexterity.
Wow. What are you going from?
Wow.
I'm going from 13 down to 12.
Okay. So that actually doesn't affect the benefits, but it does. So that was cleverly done. But it might affect your AC increasing in the future. Okay. That was a good sacrifice. You can roll with quadruple advantage.
And still not gonna work.
If you don't get it now.
Do you want me to roll for you?
So we're not doing that.
Oh, Brian!
I never got over 13.
Oh my
Wait.
gosh.
13 isn't bad. What was the so 13 plus?
Oh no. Total 13.
Total 13. Okay.
But we could take Mike's inspiration and add it, right?
Yes.
No, it would still need to go much higher.
How many inspiration dice do you guys have?
2.
Brian and Michael had one.
Yeah,
I have an idea.
And sorry,
Unless-
Rachel, did you say 2?
Yeah, I was saying like Michael and Brian have.
Oh, we have 2. So if you both rolled 4s on your
Oh.
inspiration dice, you could achieve it.
Yeah.
Didn't Rachel have 2 originally? Like, because she got one with all of us, and then she got an extra one for an attack.
I did.
So you have one as well. So we have 3 because I only had one, and I used that ages ago.
Etienne
Are
is
you
correct.
willing to risk them?
Yes. I'm rolling. Or sorry. Chatfield, did you have another
And
idea?
Chatfield, what did you have in mind?
I have an idea.
Shoot.
I cast Friends upon the golem.
Oh,
And I
Okay.
rolled a 17, and then I don't know if
So, isn't it a saving throw?
One sec. I literally had the
Gotcha, I
page
got you.
open.
I got you, my friend. Friends is a. Here we go.
It is.
Oh, all charisma checks directed at this creature of your choice have advantage,
Mhm.
but that wouldn't change its programming.
But if I think of like my thought process
Mm.
is that I become friends with it so much more than it thinks of its programming, and allowing me to
and that
to
would
think that
override
I'm
it.
yeah, like its creator, almost giving it a direct order, and then
Interesting.
get it to cross that barrier that's just upon its mind.
Or if we're just asking him to deliver the safe for us, then
Ah.
couldn't he, like,
No. The Mad
is
Hatter
that-
is here to open your minds. It is not here to chain them.
That's a
And to
vibe.
break the bindings that might hold you dear.
I would give you a charisma roll with advantage, but the DC is still 21.
Okay, well, I rolled a 17, and I have a charisma of 18, which is +4. So that is directly 21.
Woo! Jack's like, shit. Jack's like,
The
it's
power of
fucking,
friendship!
he's like, it's the fucking salamander all over again.
Jack is so mad. He's like, fuck.
He has the safe in his hands. Part of me wishes to stay, and part of me wishes to go. I will do the only thing that makes sense. I will do what a baker would do when faced with 2 servings. I will split. You watch his body in a sort of David Cronenberg fashion melt apart into 2 perfect copies of himself. One looks at the other, and in twin voices they say, "Happy to help." One, he immediately drops the safe, which is now slightly too heavy for him, and says, "I will need assistance." And the other one says, "I will patrol." Baking, as he
Can
heads
he
off
pull-
towards the
So
battlements.
he could pull the wagon for us with the safe on it now. And we can let some of those stupid copper coins out and just.
It looks
get
heavy,
on
and
there.
I will need assistance.
I got you.
Thank you.
They
And
can
there's
get
a
it.
moment of silence, and it says, "You are made of wood, and I of gingerbread. Together we are almost man." He takes the wagon and starts to walk. So you can note on whoever wishes to note that you have Frank the gingerbread golem. So because he is now a
We love you,
reduced form,
Frank.
he still can do a great deal of damage, but half that he would do before. So he's a +5 to hit, and he does 11
Wow.
points of damage on a strike. And he has 1 attack per round. He could be used as a bonus action on a player's turn.
Dude, loving Frank.
I think Leonore just got a new boyfriend.
Who is wielding the control rod? That's what's necessary to keep
Leonora.
him. That is an
currently
attuned
have-
item, by the way.
Well, I'm happy to go to someone else. Piss taking aside.
Oh, I got you.
I think I've only got 1 attuned item on.
I've got one on as well. So I've got 2 slots.
Hell yes. So the Mad Hatter, satisfied with your exquisite work, are you heading with the others, or do you wish this to be your parting moment with them?
So at first, I would like to see. All 3 are on the wagon and they're about to leave, correct?
That's right, yes.
I see the challenges set before you, and I know that while money is the least of your worries, especially now, I'm willing to place an investment in you all. For my share, signed to your father's name, as I see that is the one thing that you follow, as I wish that was true for all children. I will give you these funds in order to help you upon your way. But in return, I may ask a favor later on. Do I have your words and the word of your father?
You have my word.
Oh, you have my word, but I can't speak for Dad. But he's pretty. He likes us to do what we decide to do, so he'd probably agree.
As all fathers should.
Silver.
Silver.
Silver, stop it.
Like, why?
I swear to God.
Like, no.
Perception check.
Can I roll to attack? I just want to give him a little slap in the back of the
No,
head.
can I just see if he's like,
Natural 20. I hit him.
Oh, no, Jack never said you could do that.
He didn't tell me I could.
I think that, sorry, Leonore, are you actually going to try to hit him?
I could have hit him in the back of the head.
She just wants to smack him upside the head.
Silver, you can roll a dexterity check.
Which I just fucking...
Yeah.
which I just fucking reduced. Cool.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh! Get fucked, 19 plus 1. Oh shit, you got a nat 20.
Natural 20, as you easily dodge out of the way, her hand is in the way, and it cuffs you, and you take a single point of damage, my friend.
He's never healing you again, Lenore. He probably shouldn't have done that.
Okay. So I turn around to the maddest of hatters, and I'm like, sure, I agree.
You have their word.
Well, Frank and Frankie, I hope you enjoy your futures, but for me, I don't want to deal with the rage just by now. By taking off his top hat, a swirl appears behind him. He does an elegant bow and disappears as you realize he has not been wearing pants. It has been a bathrobe the entire time.
Wasn't he riding on Brian's head earlier?
No, that was Lenore.
That was Lenora both times.
That's even worse.
Both times.
There was probably some like gnome junk like right up in her hair, and she's really not happy at the thought.
It had a great waistband, like it was fully
God.
It was tied, but probably yes.
Yeah, great.
You became smarter for a period of time.
It's true, and Leonora, that immediately shifts away with the passing of the hatter. Your intelligence is restored to its former score. However, as you do so, and as all of you part with the hatter with a promise of a favor to be restored at a later date, who knows when next he shall make his mad appearance, who knows what next yarns he will spin. My friends, as the morning begins to ripen toward afternoon, it is a bright summer day, and you won. Against crazed odds.
We got that bitch.
You got her, and you are a gingerbread golem richer, and a great deal of coin richer, and some magic richer. And indeed enriched as you are, heading back towards the little town of Calumny, wounded as you are, but perchance to heal, and towards your father's embrace, his pride, onwards, afterwards, past Castle Sweets, the crossing, and the river, into the northern lands, the fens of fire, the almost yellow brick road, and north to Guest Star Michael. But perhaps before we head, as the thoughts of the city enter your mind, Silver, drifting on the wind towards you, almost carried by a spiral, a little letter that you clutch in your hand.
Oh, the letter.
Brian, I can send this to you. Mm-hmm. Are you comfortable to read it, my friend?
Of course.
Exquisite.
We should buy Dad a house.
My friend, we are going to close on this, and I'm going to send it to you. Is Discord okay, Brian?
Yeah, sure.
Delightful. Okay. Where is my friend? Here he is. My message is too fucking long. Okay, so...
And it in parts.
I will instead put it on Facebook. That's hilarious.
We are all shocked that Jack wrote a letter that was too long.
I know what I'll do. I'll post it into our group chat. There we go.
Ooh.
So, to close us out with the ripening of morning and the fullness of your victory, here a hint at strange beginnings of another kind.
Second. Okay. Oh, fucking hell, it's written by Jack. So, which is a beautiful thing. Dear Queen Bargnot, felicitations and fair tidings to you, O fetid monarch of the gangrenous masses. Tales of your squalidness have reached me, even here in the far-off to Guest I'm not sure whether to be revolted or impressed. Both, I think. Would it please you to hear it? I rather believe it would. I write to you with an open hand, and in the palm a war spider. Funny, the things the knuckles can conceal, especially the hairier kind, as mine regrettably are. Yes, a war spider. I offer her to you quite freely, and with the hopes you will put her to good use. Her name is Jennifer. Now, as I picture you reading this and admiring your new acquaintance Jennifer, I imagine you're grotesquely of a mouth unseeming in a happy smile. Oh, you might extrude. That's wonderful, Mr. Wolf is a generous soul. However might I repay him? How charming a vision it is. You know, it has just come to me. There is a way you might extend the same magnanimity to me which I have extended to you. There is a man who owns a castle, and by extension the crossing of the river the castle overlooks. This man has, for the past few years, allowed any refugees from the tumult of southern country life to pack up their belongings and come north, passing uninhibited by means of his crossings. Heading north toward the city I have the pleasure to call home. This man has continued to do this despite my urgings to desist. At present, we here in Tegestilipo, who care dearly for our home, have been faced with rabble-rousing threats and bombardments of the most unpleasant variety from a group who call themselves the Forgotten Eighth. As you can imagine, with our munificent hands so full, we, in positions of power, cannot summon the extra digits to deal with a steady trickle, an influx, if you will, of refugees. The man who owns this castle and who refuses to cooperate with me can be found east of your current holdings, my fair Queen Bargnot. If he were to vanish and his estates to pass into the grasp of new leadership, then I would think, oh, whoever so help me, perhaps with the use of their new war spider named Jennifer. Oh, indeed, that person stands very firm in my good graces. Should I be feeling generous again, I should certainly think of them first. What is the name of the man, you might wonder? The man who owns a castle and who I wish with all my heart would be deposed. His river crossing jammed up, his baking ovens forever switched off. Bargnot, green-hearted queen, do you know the Muffin Man? Yours sincerely, Bernard Wolf.
Thank you very much for joining us on this session, wonderful audience members. We should hear from our wonderful cast. Where can you be found, and what are you working on, and what's been released recently? We'll go for our players, and then we'll get to our wonderful guest star. We'll start with, we can start with lovely KT.
Me? Oh, okay. Hi. I went to a convention recently, and I met Rachel and Jack, which was fucking awesome. And I wish the others had been there too, but they weren't. It's all good. We get it. They were sunbaking, right? You were like getting tans and shit. Anyway, we all dabbed on a panel, didn't we, Rachel? Yes. And I'm still writing Library System Reset, and Andy is about to start recording that. And I'm hoping for a release toward the end of June, beginning of July. And it can be found on Raw Road. Yes, currently. So, yay, that's me.
Thank you, KT. We'll be here now from Rachel.
Hi, my name is Rachel Nee Kirk. My first book is just out, Calamity. It is out in Kindle, audio, absolutely everything. You can also pre-order the second book, which is coming out in August. And I'm currently working on the third book because sleep is for the weak. Yeah.
Hell yes. And congratulations on the release, my friend. Brian.
So, IroQuest Academy Book 2's audio Scavengers will be out on the 4th of June, which we're very, very excited for. And I'm over halfway done with Book 3, which will be going off to the editors hopefully by the end of this month. So yeah, all's going well with me. I did not, unfortunately, get to meet Katie and Rachel this time around at Jordan Con, but I can kind of see Jack and Rachel whenever I want because we all live in the same country. But which is fine. And also, I spent 2 weeks in Costa Rica with that bastard. Sorry, with the maddest of hatters. And he was also there when I was screaming in the waterfall at Poseidon. So, and amongst other things. And I also took over the hammock for a very long period of time. But yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah, I think that's my my intro. Yeah,
it was wonderful, as are you. And last and definitely not least, the inimitable Michael
Second
Chatfield.
last, Scarlet Citadel exists.
Okay, I'll do a little thing for me, but we shall definitely hear from Michael. Thank you for being a guest star, dude. You were incredible.
Oh, thanks for having me. It has been a lot of fun. I know that my character is a little crazy. So it's always one of those things that's hard to be like, okay, so we're gonna jump in this cast of characters and create chaos. But it has been a whole heck of a lot of fun. Thank you all for having me. If you want to go find me, you can go find me. Just search Michael Chatfield on, I think we're on TikTok, Ream, Facebook, Instagram. And we have a website too. So if you want any of our stuff, go check us out on our website. That's the best place to get us. It's michaelchatfield.com. And we have all cool things over there, including
is that royal pronoun?
Very royal pronoun. I get to work with some awesome people, and they help me with all of the craziness. So as the books of we've got paperbacks, we've got hardcovers, audiobooks, and that kind of good stuff over there. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. And over to the indomitable Jack Fields.
But seriously, gang, audience members, read these 4 authors. They are impeccable. I'm Jack Fields. I'm your Fable Master. And yes, my debut novel, Scarlet Citadel, is going to be coming out on the 7th of June. And it's the first of the trilogy. And it's a novel that I'm proud of. It's weird. It's hopefully wonderful. And yeah, I'm really excited for its release.
Excited.
You're awesome. So yes. And I was at Jordan Con too. And I met the most superb people.
And he always speaks like this.
This is just him.
This is just him.
Was that ever in doubt?
No, it was like we're on a panel and he's like a moderator and he's like, we're all just like, no, we're good. You just keep talking. We're fine.
We don't need to talk.
We don't need to speak. You just keep going.
Matt Zinnemann turned around and said he doesn't want to be on any other panel unless Jack moderates it. Just saying.
Because he's so freaking eloquent. You're just sitting there going, how do you do that? Like, I have trouble. Like, I'm an author, sure, but I can't word for shit when I'm speaking. And Jack's just like, this beautiful, like, phraseology. It's gorgeous. And you're just like, how? Anyway.
He's all right. Like, he's not bad. He's all right.
No. Well, at least he hasn't tried to burn me to death when I went and got water from a fucking water fountain.
Hey, that was Dragon Con. That wasn't Jordan Con. You shut your mouth, okay? I will steal your walking stick and your mask, okay?
Hey,
you will get plagued and you won't be able to walk places, okay?
I'm off the walking stick now.
I will throw passion fruit. I will throw passion fruit at you.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I will whack that shit up.
Anyway.
Y'all are incredible. And yes, thank you for tuning in, wonderful audience. And really looking forward to seeing you next month where we'll have another guest star. I'm really looking forward to having them. But yes, one more huge thanks to our guest star, Michael Chatfield, for the past 2 sessions. Incredible. And thank you to the regular cast. And again, thank you to you, audience. And yeah, we will see you next time. Last Sunday Squad. Peace. Bye. Hold the positions. Hold them. Oh God.
We're still live.